I'm a little sick. Don't mind me. I'm over here.
What is going on, folks? Will Turbin here. Big Mike. Real news. Did you see that catch? You know it's the over 9,000 power party right now, bitches. Over 9,000.
Yeah.
We did it not once, but 2 times, 3 times if you count Auditing America, and it's a celebration. Share this feed. Now, if you're first watching this video right now, be advised that we are going to have some philosophical talks. We're going to talk about some cool stuff and interesting stuff. Sure, but this is first and foremost a celebration. I never celebrate. I do this all the time. So if you're watching this video for the first time, I suggest you go back and check out my other videos where I do a bunch of dope stuff. The reason I'm celebrating is because with the help of the people that you see and more guests to come and the people in the chat here, we've done some amazing stuff here at Fake Mike Real News. Thanks to my man Auditing America. Thanks to my boy Futoy. Thanks to my boy Nas. Thanks to my boy Live and Direct on Air. And we're going to open it up later to the haters and the debaters. And because I actually like that. People say, well, don't bring the haters on the celebratory stream. But alas, I thrive off the haters. And we're going to bring people like Boston Metal and Twyla on. And B Pullover, that ass too fat. Art from Short Bus is up in this bitch. So guys, we've been talking about things like Club Bilderberg years before. People said you're crazy, that place doesn't exist. Wrecked, I own them. We were talking about the harmful effects of fluoride. 2 Harvard studies later, boom, we were right again. Oh man, yo, this is a stream right here, guys. We're gonna get right to this right here, guys. Stream right here, guys. Share this feed. This is a celebration, guys. This is for confronting Hillary and Bill Clinton. This is for confronting Trump. This is for confronting Biden and Kamala. Interviewing Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece. Interviewing the creator of email. MIT scholars. Interviewing NSA whistleblowers, CIA whistleblowers, TED speakers. We're on the air, dog. We're confronting these pedos. We're bringing them out, guys. This is a special stream for me, guys. All right, let's start in reverse alphanumerical order. Guys, first and foremost, let's say what's up to my boy Nas and Rob in the house. These guys have known me the longest. These guys have been my homies here since OG days. These are the dudes I grew up with here. Yeah, and these guys know. This is the first time I open this up to y'all. What's going on, Nas? What's up, pimp?
Chilling, man. Just stuffing my face right now. You already know. It's just that time of day because you know we're busy people, but this is when I get to unwind, and this is when your feed was gonna go on. So I said, "Hey, you know what?" I was surprised. I thought you were a little late, so I was like, "Oh shoot, I guess it's not gonna go down." But you hit me up right now, so here we are.
Yep. So Rob, tell people about yourself. Tell people a random fact about you and me, or tell people an embarrassing story about me or whatever, man. The time I set
we don't got
face
none
on fire.
Other than the 151. That's all I can remember. So you were there.
Yeah, guys,
you know what 151 means.
Yeah, so
that was a good one. That was a good one, Rob.
Yeah.
So guys, yeah, I try to take a flaming shot, no homo, like they do in the fancy bars in the movies. And my shot glass was larger, and I was scared, and I didn't completely take it down, and that shit started going all on my face. I'm like, I ran into the bathroom, started smacking my face with the shower curtain, so my face was like melted skin and plastic.
Oh, sure.
Oh man, it smelled terrible, man. It was terrible. But I made it, man.
I had just pulled up to the house when that shit happened.
And guys, then we got my boy here, Futoy. Futoy, tell people about yourself, man. And tell people all the times that you saved me all the way out there from Ireland.
I did save you, man. I live in Ireland. I met Will through Auditing America. I can't audit myself because I get too emotional. I get too worked up, which gives them ammunition to use against me. So what I do is I take a step back and try to back up the people who are fighting for our rights. So I see myself as a rights activist in the ways that I can and know the ways that I can.
Well, he's very humble and modest, and he does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And then we have my boy, Avi. from Live and Direct on the Air. I want everyone to go over his channel to like, share, and subscribe. People have a lot of heroes nowadays, but literally, Avi from Live and Direct on the Air is one of my heroes. This guy has freed how many people now? How many people have you freed?
It's going on 6 people exonerated.
People. He has freed 6 people that were in jail, wrongfully convicted. One of these guys we interviewed, he was in jail for 27 years for a crime he did not commit just because he was black, but was Dominican, really Dominican, and he fit the description. He lost his whole family. Life was destroyed. Tell people about how you got involved in this, Avi. I mean, how did you first even get involved when freeing these people from prison? Because this is like the dopest shit you can possibly do. You're like a modern day Underground Railroad.
Well, I was basically there. I was there, man. I was there for a crime I didn't commit, and I had to fight for, basically fight for my life to get everything going, man. Because when you get in that situation, friends, you ain't got no friends, you ain't got nobody to help, man, and you got to amend for yourself, man. And I gave a promise, man, that once I got exonerated, I was gonna help, everybody else left behind. Just like the military says, no one left behind. And I say the same thing. Freedom is a must, man. And I just continue with the program, and I do the wrongful conviction cases now. We do reenactments of the cases. We go to the scenes. We go to the people that lied lied to the police and said this person did this, that. We make sure that we get notaries. We make sure that they step up for more than years and verify and say, listen, man, the police made us lie, and we're here to say the truth, and we're here to get these people out. And thank God, it's been working. It's been working, man. And we continue, man.
And even if people can't do that awesome work that you're doing, it all started by you and your community group. You were going to the prisons on, I think it was Saturdays, but any random day, you were visiting people that didn't even get visitors. You bring them food, you would give them conversation, you would befriend them, you would put money in their commissaries.
We still do that. 100 packages a month. We make sure that the phone lines is open for them to call. Because some people it's not fortunate. Some people ain't got no money. Some people ain't got family, and we the family. We the ones that are there to help those, even the ones that are they're unfortunate, man. People forget those people, man. And we that's not what we do, man. We help everybody in general, man. Whether you got it, you don't got it, whether you went in there wrongfully convicted or whether you did the crime or not, we there, man.
And this is something that is not the most popular opinion that I have on my channel, but I think prolonged jail time itself, like over 5 years, even for my worst enemies, I think that's cruel and unusual punishment. Honestly, I do. It's
definitely.
It's really crazy. Hey, Food Toy, do you mind if I have you jump out for 1 sec? I'll add you right back in.
Sure.
Thank you, man. I appreciate your flexibility. All right, and that actually Live and Direct on the Air. That's actually ties into somebody I've been wanting you to meet for a very long time, which is Juices Malone. Juices Malone is, I would consider him an expert on the military-industrial complex. We did an hour or maybe 2 hour long show about the military-industrial complex. But Juices, tell people about yourself, because you've done a lot of things besides your focus. I'm sorry, the prison-industrial complex. The prison-industrial complex. My apologies, guys. It's my over 9,000 power party, so I'm already a little celebratory.
Fair enough. Again, Juicy Malone. I'm a former Marine. I've been out for a minute, but I'm still in the struggle. Every day is a struggle. I definitely don't consider myself a civilian. One of the biggest things when it comes to the prison industrial complex is that when somebody does some time in the system, they're pretty much done for the rest of their life. There's no second chances. That person doesn't have a right to vote. It's hard for them to get a job. They can't really be part of a society. They are in prison for basically for the rest of their lives, in a sense, because they can't fully integrate into the society after they do a stint in prison. Once you're in the system, you're pretty much done. So, I got 2 sons. I try to mentor kids. I try to tell them to stay away, not to get involved into the system, not to get involved into lives of crimes, and find different alternatives. It's kind of hard because I get it. You don't want to be a part of the system. You feel kind of disenfranchised. You don't want to really punch into a 9-to-5 job. You don't want some goofy person telling you what to do. Somebody that you know that you're smarter than they are. You know that you can do the job better than they can. You don't really want to listen to this person. And a lot of people find alternative routes. What I'm saying is, you know what? Instead of choosing a life of crime, because if you can sell crack, you can sell anything, man. If you can figure out how to sell an ounce of weed or whatever, you can sell an Airbnb. You can do it. You can do all kinds of things. So there's alternatives, but people are only you're prison in your own mind. If you only see the four corners of your block, that's as big as your world is. So if you got to show people a little bit that the world is bigger than that, you got to show them that that you got to basically tell people where they came from. For one, if you don't know your history, you won't know where you're going. So my big thing is telling people, all right, this is who you are. This is where you came from. So you have an azimuth, and you have something to be proud of. Because if any one of us, if you really go down the line of how you got here, who your grandfather was, who your great-grandfather, who your great-grandmother, you have something to be proud of, man. You have something to grab onto. So, but I'm Dominican, and a lot of the people that even Dominican Republic, history stops in Dominican Republic. It started when Columbus landed over here. You know what I mean? So, and our history is much further than that. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah. So this is a band full of revolutionaries. I want to give a special shout out to you guys for coming out today, man. It feels good. And don't worry, trolls and haters, we're gonna get to you in a minute. You guys can come on and debate me. Undefeated in debates. And for the first time ever, we got my baby bro, Matty T, Mr. T, representing
Peace.
out there, guys.
How's it going?
Would you guys do me a favor though? Avi, Rob, Juices, and Futoy for your avatar. Would you please put your hats backwards in commemoration of the over 9,000 power party here, guys? It's gonna be a great screenshot. Oh, this is gonna be fire. Yeah, this is gonna be a dope thumbnail. So Matt, and I want to thank Matt a lot because you guys have never seen Matt before. You guys have never seen Rob before. You never seen Nas before. But my brother, man, has done a lot. My brother has done so much to help me out behind the scenes. I can name a few of them. Some of them I can't even name. I mean, this guy, I was trying to go to Bilderberg 2017. My car was effed up. Other people wasn't. I was like, I couldn't get a bus. I couldn't get a train in time. Nothing happened. We took a beater down there, broke down on the way. We got an hour of sleep. We went there. He's driving me back and forth to the airport. This guy's helped me financially. This guy helps me with a bag of weed and I'm feeling stressed out, man. I mean, this guy supported me with so much stuff, man. You guys don't see the stuff that these people do, but that's why I wanted to bring these people on the over 9,000 celebration because I couldn't have done it without them. But yeah, Matt, why don't you tell folks a little bit about yourself? Besides that, my brother's also hey, Avi, or whoever's playing that music. Mute up. But yeah, and my brother's also, remember I was talking about right before this, that the free market on Auditing America stream, we just came over from Auditing America stream. The free market is the solution to all these problems. People think that the government's going to be the one to help the kids. Well, ask CPS, ask DCYF if they're doing a good job with that. Well, let's get the government involved in healthcare. Free market is where the answers to our problems lie. But Matt, why don't you tell people about yourself? I mean, where are you coming in from? If you don't want to tell us, you can say an undisclosed location. But it doesn't look like our hometown of Providence.
Much love, bro, and congrats on the 9K for the second, at least probably third time. I know you keep getting, flagged and demonetized and shadow banned and all that. Glad to be a part of it. It wasn't me with the bags of weed, though. I think that might have been Brother Jeff or something.
That was definitely Jeff. What a terrible influence.
Yeah, man, I'm out here in Mexico living a beautiful life. The climate and the prices are beautiful down here. It brought me down here, but yeah, like you said, man, the free market capitalist way is the way to go. It's not the way we're in right now. We're in a corporatocracy, but the way I've been trying to see it is, we're in a broken system. It's fucked up and it's unfair for a lot of people, but you got to try and get ahead in this system if you really want to make waves and help other people, because, screaming from the bottom isn't really always going to do it. But if you can get a little more position of power, maybe a little more control of money and things like this, people start to listen to you more, for better or for worse. I don't really believe in money in the system that we're in right now, but you got to play the game. and you gotta, get a little bit of influence before you start affecting people's lives. Will's over here affecting 9,000 people, and that's a beautiful thing. But if we all can collectively, use our powers, maybe shake shit up a little bit more. This should be 900,000 people by now. The amount of work that Will's put in the last 15 years at the very least. I just want to thank you, man, for putting me on, and thank you for all the hard work you do and literally the countless hours. People who go to work 40 hours a week and they bitch about it. You work fucking 50 hours a week at the very least on the revolution, in addition to your job and work and everything else, man. And that's a sacrifice nobody wants to take. Everybody looks at the atrocities and all the, the unfairness in the world, and they just fucking, they get sick a little bit. They look down and they continue fucking the life that they're living. But Will's out here fucking battling the man every fucking day. Every way he sees fair, and that's a beautiful thing, a beautiful sacrifice you've made for your entire life, man.
All right, that's enough of that nice talk. Appreciate it. We got Rice Crispy here on the scene. Now, Rice Crispy is the pimp right here. And hold on one sec, Nas. I see you're backstage. We're going to let you join up, but I'm ghetto. Only got StreamYards for 6 people real quick. But Rice Crispy, man, tell people about yourself. And I want to thank you for joining my stream. I also want to thank you for being one of the few people that I can hit up behind the scenes, and you might not hit me back that second, but you will definitely hit me back that day, and you will be there. You supported me. You were one of 4 or 5 people that when my first channel got banned, as soon as I made a new channel, you put it up there and you shared it to everybody. So Rice Crispy, thank you, and let people know. People already know about you. How many damn subscribers you got now, Pimp?
I don't know, man, but I want to thank you and congratulate you for 9,000. Thank you for having me here. And thanks to everybody watching right now and in the future. And thanks to all the other brothers on here. Dominican brothers, too.
Dominicano.
And I wish I could add Nas, because Nas is Dominican too. Nas is Dominican too. We wish we could add him, but we got Puerto Rican on the top row and Dominican on the bottom right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's perfect.
Well, people always.
Big team.
Shots
Yeah, see, this is cool, man. I can get Puerto Rico.
Whenever Puerto Ricans and Dominicans get into a shots fired situation, Dominicans always win with our nuclear bomb. The Dominicans take.
Dominican cake. You know what? I'm gonna say screw the Dominican cake, because as an American, we're raised off of these sheet cakes that are like, and they have the salt. Remember the solid sugar freaking roses and flowers and stuff? We're so used to the over sugar that hits you over here that I can't even. I'm like, this is a cracker. Dominican cake is a cracker. We're used to triple, quadruple chocolate, all that other stuff. Yeah, man, it's bad.
Hey, no, but seriously though, thanks for having me on here, and I agree with what your brother said, man. You have had some powerful messages. They try to take you down, but you can't be stopped. And that's wonderful, man. It's inspirational, and that's why I've always supported you, bro.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Crispy. And also, that's the thing. Like, I appreciate the kind words, but the thing is, in actuality, my brother would be it's a shame that it's the first time we're getting him on a stream. We're going to get him on my radio show very soon, too, because he's an entrepreneur. He knows a lot of stuff, man. He's affected change. He's like a master on economics. And we're not talking about one of these loser pundits that comes on CNBC. He knows what's up. And so we're going to be able to share his knowledge with you guys very shortly, because, I appreciate everyone that sticks with me, because I'm pretty unconventional in the way I do things, which can be a blessing and a curse. But that's why we need people of all stripes to come out and start doing things, because we need everybody, all sorts of people. Certain people wake up, certain people, others don't. And so that's
all the connections is right here. All the connections right here. You got Mexico. You got a brother in Mexico. You got a brother over here. You got a brother there. All the connections is right here, man.
I'm in Florida.
Florida, yeah. We got all the connects. I'm in Connecticut, man.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Hartford. Like the South Winter side.
Bridgeport.
Oh, yeah. That's like about an hour from here.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to school in Trumbull.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I went to a parochial school there, St. Joseph's.
Yeah, that's dangerous over there right now these days, man.
Yeah, no, I lived in a bad part of town, but I went to the opposite school. It was the nice part of town. But I took my bus back home every night.
things are getting better because the brothers like y'all, man. Y'all out there. Y'all out there on the
Right
move.
on.
Y'all grinding, man. You know, y'all showing the people what it is, man.
You know, I like promoting other channels whenever I go on a panel. There's that dude, what's his name? First Amendment Strike Team. Didn't he go out to Connecticut in Bridgeport? He got roped out there. And
Yeah.
the guy's from Colorado, I think, and he's still flying back and forth, you know, taking care of shit out there, trying to affect change. So shout out to FAST, First Amendment Team, yeah. That's the guy who won like 42 grand in Pueblo, Colorado for the silent audit detainment.
Hey.
Yeah, the captain came and was like, "Oh no, that's First Amendment Strike Team. Take those cuffs off." Oh shit, we messed up. You see that?
I did not. No.
Oh, that was like 2.5 years ago. Yeah.
Todd, hold tight. As soon as someone drops off, I'm gonna get you in the stream, guys. I'm gonna have to pay for StreamYard, but I barely celebrate, so I usually don't have this many people on the panel here. Now,
I'm gonna fade out, man. I'm gonna fade out to let some other people in. I might check back in a little bit if you'll have me. But much love to you all, man. I appreciate all the help in every way that you guys do for my brothers, and big ups and congratulations, Will.
We going down your way soon, bro. Get ready. We going down your way, man.
Let me know. Later.
Later, peace.
Later.
Word up. That was my little brother, man. I've been begging him to get into activism for a long time. He does it all behind the scenes. But my little brother, I ain't trying to blow up all his spots, but he does his thing, man. He does his thing. And I'm going to be getting him out here real soon because he would do a way better job than I do. Because sometimes I just fly off the motherfucking handle and it's not good. But my brother just calm, cool, collectively tell you. He's more likable, you know what I'm saying? So I think Matt should be doing it. And welcome to the stream, my fucking pimp Todd in the house. What up?
Peace, Todd.
What's happening?
Todd's my mentor, man. He's my old man, dude. He took me under his wing. He saw me on a stream with Auditing America. We were outside of Comet Ping Pong Pizza, and I was breaking some facts down. And he's like, you know what? This kid, I'm gonna take him under my wing. We're gonna do more than auditing. We're gonna write a book. We're gonna connect with the auditors. We're gonna create a network of people. And then Rice Krispie was one of the few people that showed up for us too. And you know, it's a slow process because there's a lot of different people out there, a lot of different, and we're already starting to do it right again here now. We've been doing it for a while. So Todd is kind of like a mastermind behind organizing and updating and making a movement of disparate parts into one unified grand theory, if you will. And also, Todd is an entrepreneur himself. So Todd, welcome to the stream and tell people about yourself. Thanks for joining me, man.
Thanks, Will. Yeah, I've been watching the auditing community for a couple of years. And then one day I saw Will Turbot on Mr. America's channel. And I saw there was something different in this cat. He was more constitutional than most of the cats I see with the A1. I mean, he was really hitting the Federalist Papers and the rights, all the amendments and stuff. And I saw a different light with Will. And that's the direction I wanted to go in is I'll tell you where I'm at right now with Will. You guys want to hear something funny? This is what I told Will today. I would challenge you to go to the New York City Police Department and apply for becoming a New York City cop, and then go through the academy and see if they talk about or teach what the Constitution is. Because if you've ever seen any of Will's videos, he always asks the police about the Constitution. And I told Will, they don't know what the hell you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and you know what? It's funny because
let me just finish.
Yeah.
I just want to say is you guys, the hypocrisy is all you guys, you should start thinking about asking police if they know anything about the Constitution, because they took an oath to something they don't even know what the fuck they took an oath to.
Exactly. And before I go back to Rob too, I want to ask Rob about what it was like for us growing up in Providence. But the other thing too that Todd brought to my attention, I already had a strong background with the law of attraction, but he brought some people to my attention which were Jim Rohn, but more importantly, Napoleon Hill. Can you tell people some nuggets from these guys, who these guys were, maybe impart a little wisdom on us punks?
Well, Jim Rohn is more of a business and marketing guy, and Napoleon Hill was the creator of what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve, and it comes with definiteness of purpose. So if you've got a passion for something and you stick with it long enough, that becomes your purpose. And if you really believe you can do it, I'll tell you what happened to me. I was the kid that grew up, and in high school, I said, someday I'm going to own a bar. I was that kid. At 45 years old, I bought a bar restaurant, only because I kept listening to Jim Rohn, and I really thought that someday I could own a bar. I really wanted to. And then once I owned it, after about 7 years, I realized I really don't want to do this.
Well, Todd, thank you, man, because Todd has really changed my perspective on things and has widened my ideas. I'm always looking for new ideas outside of activism and direct activism. We need that direct activism, and that's something I'm good at, but we need other people to do that, and we need other things. But Rob, tell people what it was like growing up in Providence, Rhode Island, man. Me and you grew up, I think I first met you in like 6th, 7th grade, Isaac Hopkins. Things have changed a lot. Things have stayed the same a lot. But like, tell people what Providence, Rhode Island was like for us growing up. Oh, I think Rob's frozen.
No, he's taking a bite. I'll tell you though. Oh, I thought Todd is taking a bite. I was waiting for
Hold on.
His mouth
I
is
just got off. I just refereed 2 soccer games, and I've just got home at 8:15, and I'm eating my dinner right now.
All right, and Nas is back. Mr. Universal is on deck. We got 6. He just jumped
What do
in.
you mean I'm back? I didn't even know I was ever gone.
Yeah, so we got 6 people. I hope you didn't think you were talking all this time. And it's so funny because when I text my brother, I was like, yeah, man, come on, because I've been egging my brother on to get involved for a long time, and I was like, Nas is gonna be there. He was like, do you really think Nas is gonna figure this out? I was like, I'll get the StreamYard link. It's easy. Just click that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nas, true fact, Nas just got MySpace. He just downloaded MySpace, so he's a little behind the times, guys. You know what I'm saying? But hey, what do you?
Say hi to Tom.
I would never download MySpace.
This is cool because we got the ultimate Puerto Rico versus DR stream with 2 white boys, me and Todd in the chat. Mr. Universal and Rob are the backstage Puerto Rican. This is a cool mix. And you know what? Rice Crispy and I and Todd are also Irish too. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. I'm
Irish too.
That's what I was gonna say, Todd. Is the first thing my family did when they got here from Ireland. They opened up a bar in New York, and they still have it to this day.
Are you serious?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go patronize that bar.
No, you guys need to tear it up.
I gotta go scoop a few Guinness over there. Hell yeah, I gotta support local business. That's a good thing to do too.
Yeah.
But Nas, why don't you tell people a little bit about us growing up in Providence? Some random things. Any things you want to bring up, Nas? Nas is a good dude, man. Nas held me down for a long time. What people don't realize is behind me, there's a whole bunch of people that keep me afloat and help me to be able to do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get fired from jobs because you do this, and then you get another job, and then you get fired from jobs, and then people don't want to hire you, and then people look you up on Google. So it's not an easy thing to do. So you get people that really support you, man. So thank you, Nas, for all your help, man.
Yeah, we got to nurture that friendship, man. And I wish I could stay longer, bro, but I got a boogie, man. I got to go nurture some other stuff, family duties, you know?
All right, apparently Rice Crispy, I'm less important than his family. All right, no, he's one of the few people that helped me out when I went down. Everyone go to subscribe to Rice Crispy. Tell him good.
I'll stay in touch with you too, brother.
Like, sent you. We'll talk to you soon, Rice Crispy. Your hard work.
Take care, Finn.
That's my Irish brother too. Love food toys. And thank
Take
you,
care, Finn.
Fake Mike Real News. I love you, Will. And good to see you again, Todd. A Dominicano, cuídense, hermano. Cógelo tranquilo.
Sabe, igual, my brother.
Ya lo
Right.
sabe.
All right, bro.
Doing it.
Later,
Peace, bro.
y'all. Y los Boricua, love y'all too, bro.
Love you, man.
Later.
All right, we got Mr. Universal backstage. Hold on. Let's see if we can get him
Back.
over here. Oh yeah, Mr. Universal, you're here, but you're muted and you're all black. Is this what's up? Oh, there he is. Oh,
Can you see me now?
yes, we can hear you
Can you
now.
hear me now?
Oh yeah.
I have to connect to my Wi-Fi. That's why.
There it is.
Yo, Mr.
What's up,
Universal.
guys? Congratulations, Will.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your help. Mr. Universal is the man, and I'll tell you a few reasons why Mr. Universal is the man. Mr. Universal, SOL. I want everyone to go subscribe to his channel. That's so the SOL, right? Mr. Universal. This guy does it all. And if you go, when you go subscribe to his channel and you tell him that good old fake Michael sent you, you're going to notice a lot of different type of videos. You're going to see videos about the law of attraction. You're going to see videos about partying. You're going to see videos about ghosts. You're going to see videos about auditing. You're going to see videos about quantum mechanics. You're going to see comedy videos. You're going to see documentaries. That's why he's Mr. Universal, SOL, because he does it all. So
You're gonna see videos with him being a bodyguard too,
yeah.
putting that work in.
So Mr. Universal, that's right. He'll whip your motherfucking ass too. Watch out. I just talk shit and I slide Mr. Universal in the way, and then people shut up. But seriously, Mr. Universal, and on top of that, I don't care. I went to I visited Mr. Universal in person a few times. Right? KC. What was the other place we linked up to? We linked up at another place. Chicago, not Chicago.
I think it was
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
And then
Yeah.
I came back to see him in Kansas City again. The first time I went to meet this kid, he picks me up, right, from the station. He got 2 blunts rolled, takes me on a tour of the city. We go back to his house. There's a home cooked meal from him and Mrs. Universal, right? There's more blunts, there's alcohol. He makes me a fake Mike t-shirt, a fake Mike Auditing America jacket. That's how you treat somebody. Shout out to Mr. Universal. This is weird right here. See, and you know what? He treats people the way, Todd, how would you describe that treatment?
Excellent.
Well, there's
That's
a specific way
first
that you say it.
class.
But no, there's a specific way that you told me, which is it's a 2-quarter. It's a 2-quarter person. It's a 2-quarter
Yes.
person. We'll get to that. But Mr. Universal, tell me. I pretty much told everybody everything about you except for your zodiac sign and your favorite animal.
Well, he treated you with the platinum rule.
That's right, the platinum rule. What's the platinum rule? Teach people this.
Everyone knows the golden rule.
Yes, it's treat others how you want to be treated.
That's right. The golden rule is to treat everyone the way you want to be treated. The platinum rule is a little bit more, I call it mature, and it takes a little bit of thought, because the platinum rule is to treat others the way they want to be treated.
And you know how I know Todd embodied that is when I went to go meet Todd the first time, and I showed up at his crib. He had a fridge full of Guinness and some pizza for me. And that's Guinness is not his favorite beer. He's not treating people the way he wants to be treated. He would have given me a different type of beer. He treated me the way I want to be treated. So that's the platinum rule. And and that's a very important thing for people to learn. And Mr. Universal embodies the platinum rule. Rob, welcome back to the stream. Mr. Universal, how can people get in contact with you? Impart some wisdom here. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining me.
Oh yeah. What's going on, everybody? To all my brothers and sisters out there, you guys can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, even on Telegram. Universal TV, same way how you see how my name is spelled here. It's Universal TV. Have a lot of amazing content, and lots of knowledge to share with everybody, to go to that platinum rule, even though we live in a really dark world and there's a lot of people that do people grimy, I've been stabbed in the back many a times. A lot of my best friends always tell me, he's like, Caesar, you're too nice, you're too kind, you're too trusting. I'm like, yeah, I know, even though I've been screwed over so many times, but no matter what happened in the past, we can't treat other people a certain way just because you were harmed before by someone else, So I'll always give people the benefit of doubt. I'm always, I'm an open heart person. I live through my heart. What I'm saying? I feel that's one of the most powerful gifts that God has given me is the heart. And when people live by the heart, we get attacked, we get misused, we get accused. You know what I'm saying? But just because we've gone through that doesn't mean we need to stop living from the heart. You know what I'm saying? And that's just living testimony to everybody. I believe truly we're all brothers and sisters, and everybody has that beautiful divine spark within them.
We are all interconnected, and a lot of times I will apologize because a lot of times I will flip on people. Now, there's some people you need to flip on. They're war criminals, the pedos. But then we have to realize we are all interconnected. And, Elijah came on the stream the other day and said something very important. He said, and I always say this, most people don't make decisions. Psychology, there's a number of studies that show correlation between decision-making and people making decisions based on emotion rather than logic or fact. That's why they keep you scared, because if you're scared, you can't think logically. That's why the terror level is high. That's why there's a new strain. That's why there's this. That's why the bad guys are out there. Al-Qaeda, it's bad, scary. You're scared, so we're going to make all the decisions for you. What Elijah said is to echo and quadruple down on what you said, Mr. Universal, is we need to build these people's self-esteem up. Because they don't have the self-esteem, they join these groups, right? And they let other people do the thinking for them. Oh, I'll join the Democrats, I'll join the Republicans, I'll join the Proud Boys, I'll join Antifa. So what we need to do is build their self-esteem up. How do you build self-esteem up is by loving people and treating people with the platinum rule. And every single person that's here on this panel has treated me with the platinum rule. And that's why my last over 9,000 party, we're going to get to that later if we have time. I just got drunk and high.
The last 9,000 party, you had a bottle of vodka.
No, that was Hennessy. It was Hennessy last time.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, it was Henrock.
To your point, Will, people gotta love each other. But how is it? I mean, right now, just tying things back, the families are kind of broke. They're broken in our country, right? In society right now. You got so many men in jail right now. So you got fatherless kids walking around. That's a form. That's a lack of love right there. So how do you fix that? What do you put in place of that? You know what I'm saying? How do you mend that bridge? Because honestly, the solution is easy. If we bring back family values, a lot of these things go away. A lot of our problems go away. But the family unit is broken. Right, it's broken. So how do you fix that? How do you touch that?
Can I put a little snippet in there?
Sure.
You guys know Liberty Freak?
Yes.
Not familiar.
Most of these people here, except for Mr. Universal, aren't auditors at this time.
What's his name? The guy's in jail for what's his name? He's in jail for 12 years for telling some judge to go fuck yourself.
Eric Brandt, for free speech. Free Eric Brandt. Eric Brandt is in jail because he's a First Amendment auditor. He's this gay guy that doesn't wear shoes out in Colorado, and he has a sign, Happy Fuck the Cops Day. And he uses his First Amendment to express a number of things. And he's actually a rather smart and articulate individual. And he went to jail for free speech. So we have a political prisoner in jail right now for 12 years. John Wayne Gacy didn't get 12 years when he sodomized a boy. He got he was out in 18 months. We have people in jail for 12 years for freedom of speech. Free Eric Brandt.
I basically call him a martyr for free speech. But his right-hand man is a guy named Alex. It goes by Liberty Freak. And to expand upon what you were saying before is how to you were saying about how do we do it. And I talked to Liberty Freak for like 2 hours, and he listened to everything I had to say. And then at the very end of our conversation, when we were getting ready to hang up and closing, he said to me, be very careful when you're organizing. And I thought about that. And if you look back in history and all the people that tried to organize, like Martin Luther King and You know, even I mean, you could go like there's so many people that disappeared for trying to organize, but I think that's
Yes.
the answer to your question is how do we do it? And that's why I'm here. That's why Will's here. That's why you're here. Is ultimately we need to really get a collective organization going.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get a lot more like-minded people in the same place. Like you said, you said that, and Martin Luther King was one of those people. But you know what? He drew crowds. He had a lot of people that were following him because of his message.
Bob Marley was shot by the CIA. They put a bullet in him. People don't know that. They say he died of cancer.
And Dead Prez says, shout outs to Dead Prez, revolutionary hip hop artist. I don't believe that Bob Marley died from cancer. 30 years ago, I would have been a Panther. And Rob,
stand up for your rights.
That's right. I need a hammer to hammer them down. They keep on. Yo, Rob, tell people what's up with Providence, Rhode Island, man. Tell people about us growing up, man.
Because
Rob,
I don't believe any Jamaican. First of all, I don't believe any Jamaican has ever died from cancer.
There you go. Hey, listen, guys.
They get it right from the earth.
Guys, take note of this. Take this to Will. There is a YouTube channel called Strain Hunters. Okay, these guys are from New Zealand, and they go around the world and look at different herbs, pot, marijuana. Okay, that's the name of their YouTube channel, Strain Hunters. Okay, and you go to the one episode of Jamaica, it'll blow your fucking mind.
All right, Strain Hunters, guys. I trust Todd's judgment. Go check that out. We're gonna go check that out. Yeah, because I think Rob did
subscribe.
Go ahead. I didn't mean about
yeah, so Will has always put you on. So if you came by his house, there's gonna be a documentary on. He's gonna have some ill ass music that's gonna put you onto some shit. Then he'll rewind it so you can hear what he actually said. And you can see how Will gets so amped when he's passionate about shit. That's one of the things I love being around Will. And he's always down for a good time. Or, if you're 1, 2 in the morning, you hit him up. He's always up, ready to go. I'm through. Yeah,
that's true, man. And that's why Rob. That's why Rob's one of my G's to this day. Nas, my brother, because when I did this revolution shit, I lost a lot of friends. My family was like, "You're fucking crazy. You believe in the Ninja Turtles." And Rob, my brother, Nas, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Daryl, Grinch, mad people. There's mad people, but not everyone stuck with me. And Rob is a brother to me. You know what I'm saying? I live with Rob. Me and Rob almost got robbed by crackheads a few times. You know what I'm saying? We had to fight them off. You know what I'm saying? Shit was crazy.
Remember the dude that walked into the house? You remember that when the dude walked into the house, right? There's like 15 dudes in the living room. Nas was there. Dude walks in the house, opens the door. We don't know who the hell he is. And he sees how many dudes are in there. He's like, anyone looking to buy Pampers? And then jumped out the house, jumped in the car that was running, and took off. Because he walked into the wrong house. He didn't know what he was walking into.
And what most people don't realize.
And we would just sit out there at midnight.
And it's funny too is what a lot of people don't realize about me. Everybody on YouTube just thinks I'm some wigger, and I am. Don't get me wrong, I am just some wigger. But at the same time, like people don't realize that all my friends are hood. My friends will body you, and on top of that, I didn't even become an activist against the police. And like I've been cop watching it back in Bilderberg before it was called, before it was really like 1A and stuff like that. But like me and Nas and Rob, we went through our problems with police, man. We went through a lot of problems with police.
You had to if you didn't, I mean, the thing is that they're so, but I'm gonna tell you this before. You can't say that we are like, against the police. We're not against the police. We just need them to wake up and be aware of what the hell's really going on in the world and be smart enough to understand that you don't treat citizens and people the way you're supposed to, That's all, I got plenty of friends that went to school with me that I know are cops, and I know some of them are great people. But
one of his friends threatened to murder me, and that was his boy.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, doesn't mean that they know that just because they're good.
Because people are brainwashed. It's like Nas. It's like the Matrix. It's like these people, they're so hopelessly enslaved that they're going to be fighting against you until you make them aware. And so what I want everybody in the chat to do is to go out this fucking day off, even if it's for 1 hour, create a sign. Epstein didn't kill himself. Research Google Building 7. Whatever your sign is, go out there with a sign, stand in your thing, and just meet people. You'll meet 2 or 3 people that day. You're not going to change the world that day. Share all of Auditing America's videos. Share my videos, right? Share Mr. Universal's videos, or send a link to people, right? Or share. You know what Nas does is a great thing, right? When he gets people, the best way to wake people up is to build rapport with them, become friendly with them, right? And then get them, and you actually, then they're going to respect you. If you're a random person, no one cares about you. But if you're someone's friend and you listen and you're considerate of their thoughts and their feelings, then they're going to take you more seriously. And so when Nas befriends somebody, he'll show people movies like The Matrix, V for Vendetta, and then he'll start breaking down real life events. And then it's like, oh yeah. And because people don't wake up on facts as much as they do emotion, when they see something in music or cinema, they're like, oh, that connects the dots. I remember Nas telling me, and I didn't even realize this, when I walked out of V for Vendetta, like I came out of that movie like, I was like focused, man.
I was still having a conversation with somebody literally like maybe last week over here. Yeah, how monotone and mummy like this guy came out of that movie theater when this guy was always known to always be the one to flirt, to talk to this girl, whatever, this or that girl. And he come out of that movie theater, and I'm like, "Oh, what's up? You don't see that girl over there?" And he's just like, "Nah, man. He's like, I'm so upset right now that I can't look at a female right now. I can't focus on anything." And I'm like, and what's crazy is that I didn't grasp, you know what I mean, what this movie really was until a couple years later, and then things just hit you like punchlines, you know what I mean? Like, wow, so many things in that movie that are just literally
What's off of November? Come on.
Happening in life.
What's it called?
I mean,
that's called
V for
Vendetta. And now, if you guys watch that movie now, it's about a sickness. We'll call it that. We'll call it a sickness that takes everybody's rights away. You guys got to go fucking watch the V for Vendetta right now.
Is it on Netflix? Where do you find it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix right now.
It is?
Yep.
Is it? Okay,
Yep,
but we're
Netflix is
going
on
to go check that out. And
yeah, this movie came out in 2005, I think it was.
It's a crazy
in 2005.
movie.
And that was
you gotta
right when
watch
I was that was what right when I was really beginning to wake up. And that movie hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. Rob, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Who are the top 5 rappers dead or alive?
Oh, man.
Because we grew up off hip hop. Hip hop is what inspired me.
It depends on what genre you really want to go, because I know I get a lot of help from it because Biggie is not in my top 5. I catch hell for it all the time. He got 2 albums out, and they're really about nothing. If you really sit and listen, it's really nothing about them. It's a party track.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, the thing is, the first one though, I hear it. He only had like one song that really you could say, okay, he was, you know what I mean, talking about when he
like
came
Juicy's
out of
a
the
classic, but if you're talking longevity and stuff like that, he didn't have it. Who knows if he would have fell off? You know, because we used to watch.
Speaking of
I don't know if you ever watched a documentary about Pun.
Speaking of exactly, let's talk about the documentaries about Pun and Wu. But yo, speaking about falling off, what about seeing DMC in the videos? I got the vaccine, you get the vaccine, we get the vaccine. Oh, Juvenile vax that ass up. You better vax that thing up, man. Hip hop is different, man. When me and Rob and Nas grew up off hip hop, it was a different story. It's not like fucking Little Yachty.
How many concerts did we go to? We went to all the Tangs. You know, when 421 came out, we went to that one.
Rakim.
We went to at the living room. What's his face when he fell down the stairs and continued to rap as he was falling down.
Oh, dude,
Paz.
Vinny Paz, he busted his ass.
Yeah, he
Damn.
busted his ass, but he didn't.
Oh,
He
damn,
didn't drop
look
the
at Todd
lines whatsoever.
Stewart.
Just
I
kept
didn't
on
even
going.
see. I wasn't there for that, unfortunately.
But you know,
Yeah,
the
so
one
who's your
thing that
top
I always
five?
get from Will is
Top five, Rob.
we always had like one of our favorite lines is 9 generals from Wu-Tang. If you ever run around us when we're at Regent, it's the most collection of different races that you wouldn't even think we would be crew. So when you went by, you had Dominicans, you had Puerto Ricans, you had white, you had black, you had everything that was there all represented in peace in one house and just had a
Oh,
good
hell
time.
yeah.
And welcome to the stream, my brother right now. Yeah, right, the Matrix. Speaking of the Matrix, welcome to the stream, pimp. How you doing? Yeah, right, the Matrix, you're on mute. Yeah, right, the Matrix I talk about being banned. This guy's the OG godfather of being banned. This guy has been literally how many channels have you had banned? And without saying them, if you want Sam in some code words, yeah, right, the Matrix, tell people about yourself and why have you been such a bad boy being banned so many times? This guy's a fucking revolutionary, man. Speaking of good hip hop, this guy's always vibing out some dope beats. I'm like, yo, what track is that? I don't want to annoy him, but every track I'm like, yo, what track is that? What track is that? And I know hip hop. I grew up off this. That's why I'm a revolutionary. That's why I'm a wigger.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Will? Thank you for that intro. Yeah, I'm on channel 22. I was being censored before, being censored was even a thing. And I'm still here. I'm in the cut. I'm shadow banned like you, Will. And it's hard to search me, but my channel is Yeah Right the Matrix Rebirth. I got Yeah Right the Matrix 19, Yeah Right the Matrix 22, and Yeah Right the Matrix. So, I've been around these YouTube corners for a very long time, since right around 2012. So, caused a lot of damage, to the system. So, I'm
And
bad
what
for it.
really sucks too is he took all my female subscribers because they were like, oh damn, who's this smooth Eric Benet looking motherfucker talking the revolution? And doesn't have a high pitched nasally voice. So I had 3 female subscribers. Shout outs to my aunt, my grandma. And he took them all, and that was messed up, So yeah, Matrix, man. I mean, he does it all. He does.
Yeah, I'm not a one trick pony. I mean, I'll be talking about one thing the next day, and the next day I'm way on a whole nother thing. And one minute I'm here, next minute I'm there. It's just, whatever the way the wind blows, the universe takes me. That's the way I go, So my main thing right now is exposing this whole agenda. And, that's what I do through the censorship and all,
Yeah, and he doesn't give up, man. 22 channels, the Kabbalistic complete number. His last channel is going to be 33 Illuminati confirmed. I mean, this guy, 22 channels. He's talking about the right stuff, right? Especially when you got a cool, smooth looking dude and he's fucking laying down facts like fucking Barry White. It's like, I have to censor this guy right now because it's not like me where it's like you got an annoying wigger with backwards hat. This 22 times.
Yeah.
This guy's doing something right. This guy's a true legend right here. Yeah, right, the Matrix. Everybody go over to his channel. And Futoy, I want to say shout outs to you. Thank you for being flexible. Thank you for rejoining the stream because
No problem, man. I'm loving this.
well, the thing is, this is
awesome.
a very celebratory stream, and unfortunately, I got 6 people only maximum, and I know people got time restraints, and I have all these different people like I got Rights Crispy, Sam Joaquin, Audit Them, James Freeman, all my other friends, Titus Frost. Some people can't make it. I just sprung it on them. I didn't think I was going to get to 9,000 this fast, but I ended up getting to 9,000 fast again. This is my second time over 9,000. Mostly because of Auditing America. We were just live celebrating with Auditing America. He'll be joining us again. But it's tough. We got Accurate Amanda. All these people waiting to come on and stuff like that. But so Futoy has been incredibly flexible. He doesn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? And I chose Futoy because the thing is, man, Futoy is one of those people like he he'll do anything for you, man. He never even fucking met me, and he's helped me out so much. I mean, my channel would be down again. My channel would be gone 2 more times if it wasn't for him. 1, he backed up all my fucking videos, and 2, he taught me about porn bombing. I didn't even know that was a thing until the other day. And you got these trolls trying to pop up porn on your stuff to shut your streams down. So, but the thing about Futoy is he's mad humble and he's mad modest, and so shout outs to Futoy, man. Futoy,
Thanks, man.
what was your epiphany? What was your line in the sand to be like, yo, I got to do something about this? What woke you up?
Well, you know, there's a lot of bad in the world, and there's a lot of good in the world. But people ask, like, what do we do against the bad? And I was thinking about it, and it just popped in my head one day, and that was, be the good out there, because who else is going to do it if it's not us?
Not me.
Right? And what's good? Our rights are good. So
And
that was my big epiphany, I guess.
And this guy's not only helped me, but he's helped mad different people from behind the scenes in so many different ways. So like, and that's why I wanted to bring all these different people from YouTube sensations like Mr. Universal and The Matrix to the people behind the scenes like Nas, Rob, and Futoy. And now Futoy is becoming like a little, he's kind of like taking my place slowly but surely. He's on more talk shows than like somebody promoting a new book on the mainstream. He's been the hot ticket. It's been tough to try to pin his ass down. But so we're lucky and fortunate to have Futoy with us.
Just at the minute, I'm extra busy because I'm trying to build bridge. There was already a bridge, but trying to improve on the bridge of bringing the UK auditing group together with the US auditing group and getting these guys more involved with each other. And it seems to be really happening over the last few days. There was always a connection, but now it's growing and it's getting there, you know.
Yeah, it's right now it's really blossoming, I think, because we got a lot of auditors and there's a lot of respect between at least the ones I've interacted and our American cousins, their American cousins, and we're all doing this for the same reason. So we're natural allies, and it's only natural that we would make this network larger. And you're the one, and Theo, they're the people. I don't know why Theo ain't getting on the stream, but these are the guys that are helping do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and Nas, whatever you're fiddling with, put yourself on mute for a sec so we don't hear it. But Mr. Universal, man, tell people what you've been working on. And I kind of give you an introduction before, but tell some people some of the other things. I kind of gave a brief overview. Tell people what you've done with your work in the past, and then also what you got coming up.
Mr. Universal.
Okay, what's going on, everybody?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Man, I just wanted to say, as soon as the Matrix Rebirth, it's my first time meeting you, my brother. Salute. But I know, bro, me and you will talk forever, and you know what I'm saying. I left the box a long time ago. I'm like outside for a while, so we can take it to many levels, baby. Let's get it. For sure. Yeah, man. I appreciate you sharing your story. I know you say you went through your awakening around 2012. I gone through mine.
Hold on one sec. Nas, is that who's making that crinkling noise? Whoever's making that crinkling noise needs to mute up.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that is.
I'm eating, but it ain't me.
It's not. I know. I was thinking if it was you, but it wasn't you because you weren't crunching, and I still seen it. So I was like,
if you mute one at a time, then you can see who it is.
I'm gonna mute up. I'm gonna mute up right now, and just to make sure it ain't my ass.
All right, it's not Mr. Universal.
Weird. Anyways, weird.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute out and see. Hold on.
Somebody who got a mic or headphones or something.
All right, it is Nas. I don't know what the hell it is or why. It just sounds really bad, but yeah, it was. Yeah, it's Nas. Nas, I'm gonna hop out the stream and then join back, and we'll see if that works.
Yeah. All right. Hold on.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right. So you were talking about, I believe, right, the Matrix Awakening in 2012. Is that correct? Is that where we left off?
Sir. Yeah, he was sharing that. I was like, boom, like I gone through my experience back in 2008. It was forcefully. It was me like coming super conscious, getting so many downloads, remembering what the fuck I am, remembering that everything else around me is fucking lies, bullshit, manipulation, deception. And the only thing I had to follow was my heart. You know what I'm saying? That where our divine essence lies right there. Like if there's one thing that's not gonna deceive you, it's your true self. And and that's why my nickname is Mr. Universal. Not only just because of my physical talent or my hobbies and my YouTube channel, it goes beyond that. My state of mind goes beyond the universe. And with the knowledge and understanding of creation and what we are a part of, and we're here in the moment, in the now, creating our story, creating our dialogues, creating our chapters. Every single day is like a new chapter in your book because you've gone through a whole different experience in different settings and different people you conversate, and then different thoughts that you have in your mind, your inner dialogue, your outer dialogue, and your inner dialogue. This stuff you see in stories and books. We are creating that every single day, every single now. That's why, like laws of attraction, laws of perception, the laws of mirror. Like, there's so many different types of laws, and just with the understanding of that, I feel like it empowers one to take more control in your creativity while being here creating your story. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we in the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? But since the moment we're born, the moment we die, we have created a story. And that's the one thing your soul is able to take, and it leaves and it transcends from this body, is the experience, the story. We can't take nothing to go with us, but we take that experience, the memory of going through that. I became conscious, and I realized that right now I live in many different times, many different worlds, and many different aspects of creation. There's a version of me that's a planet. There's a version of me that's a whole universe. There's a version of me. There's higher levels to this self. But we're down here right now for a reason, for a purpose, within this moment in history, and everybody's playing a role in history right now. Everyone matters. Everyone is important. What this world needs is love, unity, and equality. We got to see ourselves equal, because if we don't see ourselves equal, we're always going to be segregated. People are always going to think they're better than another, or one race is better than another, or one language is better than another. And it's like, no, that's that divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? We have to unify through love, through unity, through equality as a race, to come together, everybody, and lighting that light within, that candle that everybody has hidden within
and
themselves.
Come together just like the end scenes of V for Vendetta, peacefully, non-violently, locked in arms, and we just take stuff back. Yeah, right, the Matrix. I know, and that's funny because you guys should definitely do a stream together.
You already know.
What's your take on all? He said a lot of stuff right there.
Yeah, he said a lot of stuff. I was waiting for an interjection, but he was going in. But I agree, and that's what people fail to realize, is the power we actually hold. I was doing a stream this morning. You have to look around, because you create your own reality. So if you look around you, you've created everything that is around you. So if you are looking outside and you don't,
look what I got, bitch. I got Mr. Universal. I got the Matrix. I got my Mellow, my man. I got Food Toy, Auditing America, Rights Crispy. I attracted this. Literally attracted this. Literally.
A shout out to Anne Marie in the chat. She says hello.
Anne Marie, what up? We're
Anne
gonna
Marie,
get to the chat.
big shout out, Anne Marie.
In a couple we're gonna get to the chat, but I'm usually too.
Anne Marie, come and join us in here.
Come and join us, Anne Marie. Yeah, I'm usually too distracted by.
Shout out to Anne Marie.
So
sorry, guys.
Go ahead, yeah, right, the Matrix, and then we're gonna get.
So yeah,
God,
so
sorry.
what I was saying is,
Take your time.
people don't realize the power. Shout out to my man Cuts in the chat, but people don't realize the power we truly hold. Like we truly hold some amazing powers, and people don't see that you created your own reality. And like I was saying, when you look outside, it's supposed to reflect your thoughts. And if your surroundings are fucked up, if you're around fucked up people, and you're just doing bad shit, you have to look inside yourself and realize, well, maybe I'm not the person that I'm actually supposed to be, and then go inside and then change you. And then guess what? Everything outside will change, and you'll manifest and attract everything you need in life. And I've known this for a very long time. And honestly, it's made my life a true blessing, especially right now. Right now has been the most beautiful time, man, attracting so many different things. And, and a lot of people, one more thing is
take your time, player. Take your time. This is a celebration stream, man. This is an honor. I've been begging to get right the Matrix.
Shout out to the and it's funny because my number is 9, which is the God number. I'm sure Universal, 9 is the God number. 9 is the, if you look at the number 9, it's actually your cerebral cortex fluid that goes down from your crown to your spine to your tailbone. That's what the number 9 represents. That's your God. And with these injections, that's what they're trying to hinder. They're trying to get in that area. But that's a whole nother story. So back to what I was saying is, we need to realize that, we can manifest our own reality. And people don't believe in manifestation, but it's all about your intention. What is your intention? People all want to manifest money. Well, guess what? You're never going to get it because your intention is to get the money. You're supposed to manifest whatever you love and truly believe in, and actually it'll come to you. And guess what? You'll get it without money. And you'll attract whatever you want: material, people, your family, whoever, your soul family. It'll all fall in place. Everything will line up for you.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And speaking of, it is.
Sorry, can I just add to that?
Please take your time.
Is love is truly the strongest force in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
And when you manifest things through love, they're going to come because you're manifesting from the most pure part of who you are, and that's who we truly are is pure love.
It comes from the heart, man.
Yeah, and then that will manifest. Money doesn't come from the heart.
Right, exactly.
Money comes from the ego, right? Mm-hmm. And the ego is not really our friend.
Right.
Ego, Mr. America, welcome to the stream,
Mr. America.
What's going on, folks?
What's good?
Yeah, Mr. America, I just got in touch with his agent. His agent finally got back to me. He's like, I can pop on for 2 seconds. It's going to be 12 million, but I'm going to have to keep off the private jet. Mr. America, I want to personally thank you, man. You've become my best friend in the whole world. You've taken my activism. We were just talking about manifestation, right? And a couple months before I met, by the way, Mr. Universal, you are on mute, by the way. But a couple, I didn't know if you're trying to talk. So if you are, I'm muted. But a couple months before I met Mr. America, the most views I had on YouTube was like 1,000. Oh, damn. I got to shut up. Baby Universal's here, guys. Look at Baby Universal. This Baby Universal is already bigger than me. What the heck? Oh, my God. You knocked me out. What the heck? I'm scared, actually.
That's my nephew right there.
Holy smokes. Mrs. Universal's in the house. We got family.
There we go. Hey, Mrs. Universal.
That's the real revolution. Hi, guys. Universal.
Much love to you guys. Baby Universal saying hi. He's over here saying, look at his hand. Hi, Ezra. But
that's a baby indigo child right there for sure. Oh my gosh.
He's the new generation. This is the diamond baby. But like diamond, they're tough.
Yeah, and so Mr. America, I just want to say thank you, man, because talking about manifestation, a couple months before I met Mr. America, I had most of my views were on Facebook. In a couple videos, I had a few, like a couple thousand views. But on YouTube, I had like 1,000 views on one video because I shared the hell out of it for several years. And then everything else got like 12 views, 24 views. Then I met Mr. America and everything changed. Oh, damn. And most people don't know that Mr. America is a rapper too. And I don't know Spanish that much, but every Spanish person that I know, be like, yo, this guy got bars. He got punchlines like crazy. So Mr. America, first of all, thank you. You're the biggest reason. There's a lot of other reasons, but you're the biggest reason that I've achieved over 9,000 twice. So thank you, but also more importantly, thank you for being a staunch advocate for our rights, owning the shit out of tyrants and pedos worldwide. Thank you so much, brother.
No, bro, thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for
man.
being part of Auditing America. Thank you for letting me be part of Fake Mike Real News. That's such a big thing, you know, so popular. Nationwide, worldwide, everybody already knows the guy with the whisk. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking proud of you, bro. I'm proud of Mr. Universal, too. You know, this guy's doing his thing, too. He's got a lot of projects going on. Baby Universal, it's a hell of a kid. I love him. He's so cute. Hi, Baby Universal. You know, this is just the beginning, bro. This is just the beginning. We're gonna continue. We still got a whole country to audit, and once we're done, we're gonna do it again because we have to continue keeping an eye on these people. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. And everybody that's doing First Amendment audit videos, it's awesome that we have more people opening up channels and everything. You know,
And that's what I love. And that's why Mr. America does what he does. Mr. America has literally over 100 million views on social media, and I meet people all the time that say, hey, I didn't know anything about my First or Fourth Amendment rights until Mr. America. And I know at least 12 people I could name off the top of my head that have become activists, nonviolent activists because of him. That's 12 people that I know off the top of the head. He's got hundreds of millions of views. Another one of his videos going viral now. It's got 3.4 million views on YouTube. Then the Young Turk shared it. I mean, it's
got 5 million now.
5 million now. So that's what I'm saying. You just got to put the work in. And Mr. America is a living legend. And by the way, we got somebody named Big Sexy in the chat. And luckily, Futoy told me about porn bombing. I don't know who Big Sexy is. That was the name my uncle told me to call him when I touched him in the happy spot. So I want to see your face. I need to see your face in the wave for a second, Big Sexy there, so I know that you're not a porn bomber. Oh, that's Big Sexy. Okay, Big Sexy, welcome aboard. Oh shit, I couldn't see your avatar. Sorry, Big Sexy. Yo,
Mr. America is why every cop in the United States gets asked, is that a law?
Is that like a law?
Is that a law?
Yeah, man. That phrase got a little bit popular.
Yeah.
It came from my heart. You know, it's not even like a catchphrase. I said, hey, I have to do a catchphrase for Auditing America. No, it just came from my heart. I would genuinely ask these people, is that like a law? Yeah. And then I started being sarcastic about it. But at first, I was confused because, you know, I'm not a police officer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. I'm just a regular citizen. And these guys are throwing you orders. And unless you do your own research, learn that from Mr. Will Turbot. He always tells me, Enrique, do your own research. Unless you do your own research.
I got that from Jordan Maxwell. You people need to wake up and do your homework. You need to do your own research. And consequently, as a result, he's an OG. Maxwell, baby. He's one of the few people I've wanted to interview I have not got to interview. But luckily, one of the people that I did want to interview that I have got the chance to interview is somebody who else has influenced millions upon millions upon millions of people. And we have another big-ass pimp in the chat. Big Sexy. Welcome to the chat, man. Thank you very much for saving some time for me tonight. I really appreciate that, dog.
Hey, you don't have to call me Big Sexy, man. I just do that as a joke.
Well, I know. I'm like, who the hell is this backstage? And then I can't see your avatar. And so, guys, John Felix is in the motherfucking house.
What's good, John Felix?
How's it going, everyone?
Everybody, I mean, more people know you than know me. But for the 12 people out there from my creepy uncle, tell people who John is. Tell people the story behind Big Sexy.
Let's see. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I've had run-ins with police here and there, but I've never broken any laws or been arrested. So when I started researching everything going on in the world, I realized that cops are basically the enforcement arm of parasitic politicians who could care less about freedom. And then I started recording it, and people liked it, and they think I'm funny sometimes too, and cute.
Yeah, you're definitely funny and cute for sure. But honestly,
Thanks,
like,
bro.
I love the way you handle yourself in some of these auditing situations. You have a few of your most famous videos. Tell people about your style, your approach. It's quite different than mine.
It's brash, and I get offended when they try to lie to me when I know the law and they try to act like I'm some idiot that's never read it before. That pisses me off. And when you call them out on it and they double down and triple down, then I start losing my shit. So, it varies from one audit to the next. You don't know which John you're going to get. But it really just depends on how they treat me. Like the one that got 18 million views, I knew for a fact I don't have to roll my window down at a traffic stop. And of course, the cop made a giant issue out of it. So 18 million people got to see that it's not a law that you have to roll your window down or talk to cops during a traffic stop.
Yeah, and dude,
in Florida anyway.
And 18 million people seeing that, you don't understand how powerful that is. Like, I mean, even before I was an auditor, I remember learning about flexing my rights. I kind of already been awake. I think you were awake too before this, and I want to ask you about that. But even before that, like, cops would try to roll up on me on the street, and I was just walking and like ask for ID, and I'm like, yo, I don't have to give you ID, and it's a whole different world. And the cops like, oh, all right, it completely changed your perception. So the fact that we have on this panel a group of people who have changed the minds and inspired the minds of millions of people to think differently is something that The Matrix told me the other day. And I was feeling black-pilled the other day. Anybody that knows me, Mr. Universal knows me, Futoy knows me, John Felix doesn't know me as much, but Mr. America knows me, and John Felix, I'm an unflinching optimist, right? But when Joe Biden pulled his latest stunt, and when nobody showed up to the 20th anniversary of 9/11, I started getting black-pilled. I started looking at all the bad things. And The Matrix told me that, you know what? We're waking people up. And every time someone is confronted with this information, I'm paraphrasing, he said it way cooler than me, but every time someone was confronted with this information, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. You can shut up about it and be a sheep, but there's no turning back. And when Mr. America, when Mr. Universal, The Matrix, and John Felix, when they wake up all these millions of people, there's no turning back. There's no turning back from that. Yep. But John, getting back to you here, like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Were you already aware of the parasitic government, or were you aware of the cops? Like, which one came first?
It started with the IRS. I found out that there's no law that requires the majority of Americans to pay a tax on their labor. It doesn't exist. Nobody can produce it. There's a $300,000 reward for anybody that could. So I discovered that when I was 18. And once you open that rabbit hole, that's it. You go from there to the next lily pad of liberty and information, and then the internet started getting big, and you know how it works.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, but the problem is now is the internet is not what it used to be. Before, you could just type things in and get your responses. Now you're going to get all this other stuff, and that's why The Matrix has been banned 22 times, because he talks about the content. And the only reason that they don't ban John Felix or Mr. America is because you guys are you guys. The thing is, there's this little catch with auditing. Auditing seems to be one of the few things that is promoted, but I think it's backfiring.
You know why?
Why?
Because it fits the agenda of the police against the people. It causes so that's why it's able to stay up and gain so much traction. So
absolutely. I
think
love what you're saying, man.
I think it's just the money. YouTube is making a shit ton of money out of First Amendment auditors.
Yeah, of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
They are. They only pay us cents on the. If they pay us $1,000, God knows how much they made.
We should know that too.
Because there's been some auditors that started speaking the truth, and they're no longer on YouTube. They get deleted. So, I believe that it is something to do with, it fits their agenda of police and a division, police against
Yeah, and it doesn't stop. I don't believe it stops there. I think the government have greater power over us when we are divided. If we are united as a people, they lose their grip on us. So the division between race, the division between class, as in the rich and the poor, anywhere there can be a division. Just to keep us divided.
Divide and conquer. That's how they do it, and that's why I really wanted to link with all you guys, because you guys are people that I admire, and I think, and that's why we had Todd on earlier too, is because it's important, because like these guys all meet together in the Council on Foreign Relations, the Royal Institute for International Affairs, Club Bilderberg, the World Economic Forum, the Trilateral Commission. They all meet together and they plot against us. It's in black and white. They've admitted all this shit's out here, right? And so Todd's like, all right, well, why don't we get everybody together? You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to do. We have to get all the truthers, all the auditors, the auditing truthers, everybody together, and we need to come together as one. And once we combine our efforts,
difficult.
That it's extremely difficult. And I know I've been trying to do it for the last year. It's extremely difficult.
It is.
And my theory is you got a lot of people, and then people are busy enough as is. I mean, I'm humbled to have you guys on the stream because, like you said, you've reached so many millions and millions and millions and millions of people. You get hit up all the time to do all sorts of stuff, and you can't possibly do it. I mean, even me, 1/10 your size, and now I'm starting to be able to barely keep up with all the stuff going on because we do this stuff. We have our own lives. Some people work jobs. People got families. We got.
Yep.
It's a really crazy thing to kind of juggle, and for people like John are catalysts for the changing new world. And so I am very thankful and humble that you've been able to bless us with your presence. But more importantly, being an activist.
Don't mention it, man.
Can I add something since John's on the
sure.
Please, you guys take over. I'm talking too much shit. I'm gonna sip this and smoke and roll another blunt.
He actually had opportunity. He had an opportunity to interview one of my brothers here in Rochester, New York, and he's a pioneer in this whole, cop watch or auditing community. And his name is Davey V, Davey V TV. And his father was like one of the first to ever get out there and lay down the big giant camcorder. His name Mario Vera. So just wanted to give a shout. I remember. Yeah, get a shout out to Davey V. And I don't know where he's at, man. I mean, he went off on some. It's sad that he through this COVID thing he kind of like faded out, and I haven't heard from him, no contact, so I don't even know what's going on with him. But I just wanted to give Davey V a shout out to John Felix for
you up there in Rochester.
You were the last. Yeah, I'm in Rochester. You were the last one to actually interview him. So
And John, I want to also. I've been dying to ask you about this. I can't believe, for whatever reason, when I had you on my show, I didn't even know this video existed because it doesn't pop up. Really, I couldn't find it on your normal channel or whatever. But when I was looking up John Lang, I saw you with the video about John Lang. And I was like, holy shit. So first and foremost, I haven't been paying attention to the chat, but press 1 in the chat if you know who John Lang is. Press 2 in the chat if you do not. And Mr. Sexy, if you could please enlighten the people about who John Lang is and then your interaction with John Lang. I mean, this is
okay. So this is a miscommunication because John Lang is someone who the police targeted over in California, I believe. Right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know the detail. I saw a little bit about it, but the John Lang you're referring to is his name is Audit the Audit, and then his second channel he named John Lang for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It seemed like he created that channel just to make a rebuttal video against me because I was the first and only video on that channel, and I did a 50-minute rebuttal, and we went back and forth a little bit, and he was using the Southern Poverty Law Center as sources, and then basically the Southern Poverty Law Center from Europe as another source. which in my mind are pretty much hate groups.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's my fault.
Yeah,
But
that guy's a fraud. In my opinion, he's a fraud. I gladly debate him live anytime he wants, but he wants to ride the fence. He wants to be on the auditor side, supposedly, while wearing a blue line mask and supporting the cops and claiming that, edicts and traffic code and all that stuff is supposedly lawful, even though there's no victim and you can't face your accuser in court. It's racketeering, let's be honest.
Yeah, and John is one of the few, I totally agree with you wholeheartedly there. John is also one of the few people that I know that also, like me, has an open debate. Anybody that wants to debate me at any time, we get a lot of haters in the chat, a lot of ad hominem attacks. But anytime anybody wants to debate me or John, John's had an open debate. And last I checked, both of you guys were totally undefeated. And that's not.
I feel like I'm undefeated, but that's subjective, and obviously I favor myself. But the thing is, most people are so scared to have a live conversation that they don't have all the time to Google everything and craft their little statement on Facebook. Because when it comes time, I evaluate it to playing one-on-one or pool players that bark a lot. That, oh man, I'll whoop your ass at 9-ball, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's play. No, I don't need to play. I already know I can beat you. I already know. I don't need to play. That's the thing. That's how good I am.
You ever write the Matrix?
And that's what it's like.
How do you deal with the haters? How do you convert the non-believers? Do you even try?
To be honest, I don't have any on my YouTube. I've never had a troll. Maybe once in a while, a blue moon or troll, but I'm down
I'll send you some of mine.
I'm in the back of the dumpster on YouTube. Like they take my I use this as an analogy. When I put my stuff on YouTube, they take it and they throw it in the back dumpster so nobody finds me. So we don't, I don't have any trolls, but I love trolls. I welcome trolls. On TikTok, on TikTok I had a lot of followers but I lost that channel. That got deleted. My main TikTok got deleted. 70,000 followers on there got deleted.
Why?
Just posting, what you're not supposed to post. Stuff showing.
How the fuck does TikTok have rules?
Yeah, they got
fuck out of here.
Yeah, I got so many deletions off of there.
See fucking 8,000 camel toes, but I can't say shit about the government.
I got 3. I'm on my third channel. I'm on my third TikTok. I'm on my third TikTok channel already. So
you guys gotta see Eric Matrix's dance moves too. He'd be like,
yeah, okay.
Nah, seriously, this is real TikTok right here. And Nas, now you went from sounding like you were eating something to sound like a mouse nibbling on aluminium. Well, maybe that's it has to be you. It has to be you.
It's not me.
Mute up.
What the hell's going on? I don't know. Why did it help when I got out of the channel for a second?
Whatever that fidgeting sound was, maybe stopped. I don't know. You sound better now.
Sound like dentistry.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys know that Jeffrey Egg Salad had his in-home dental chair, which I found very interesting. I wonder why he had that there.
Who had that?
What's that?
Who had that?
Jeffrey Egg Salad. We call him Jeffrey Egg Salad on this channel. We call it the Magic Wizard Potion. We have a couple code words just because.
Jeffrey Egg Salad.
Yeah, Jeffrey Egg
the guy
Salad.
Who didn't kill himself?
Yeah, the guy that definitely didn't kill himself for sure.
Did you guys hear that he had a cellmate?
What's that?
You guys ever hear that he had a cellmate supposedly?
Yes, and that cellmate apparently was a jacked ex-cop. Is that correct?
That I don't know.
I believe he was. Yeah, I saw a New York Post story about that. He was like some super jacked, and I believe that might have been one of, and he might have even been moved to another, and had another cellmate after that too. That might have not been the one that he had when he passed. I think that was his initial cellmate.
Guys,
why in the hell would they have a cellmate?
Man,
guys,
what the hell happened there? All I know is it's more than obvious that there's just too much conflicting shit with that story, man. So for you not to know that there's something iffy about it, how the hell do these people expect me to believe anything that correlates with him supposedly committing a suicide? Not just that should just bring me back to them fucking supposedly killing Osama.
Yeah,
that was nonsense.
Telling me that they can't show us the footage because it was so graphic, but yeah, you could show me videos of Saddam getting fucking like it was nothing,
good point, my boy.
In his country, but it's all right. It was okay, right? I mean, if you remember years ago when this fucking war really started, they Swiss cheesed his fucking kids and put that shit on live news.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Gaddafi, they played that video all the time too. So it's the same thing like in 9/11, where it's like
I got suspended for talking about 9/11 on the 20th anniversary.
Wow.
Well, thank you for doing it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, let me tell you, John, I was in New York for that, and I was there when the big things were happening. You could only get inside to confront like Hillary, Obama, and all these other people if you were on the list, ticketed like victims' family members, and they still actually did get confronted. But there was a handful of truthers that came afterwards, but I was really disappointed by that. And I want to actually open this up to the panel to get your thoughts on this, all of you guys. Like the big people, I mean, there weren't even regular. There was a handful of regular truthers. Shout out to Kriston T. Harris from the Rundown Live. He was there. There's a few other people there. But, I mean, even the big names weren't there. I mean, remember, like, David Icke, Alex Jones. I remember Immortal Technique saying, we're here on the 5th anniversary, and if we don't have any truth, we will be back here on the 20th anniversary. And ain't nobody showed up, man. And
that's what they rely on, time passing.
Mm-hmm.
It works every time.
Just like a lawyer and a prosecutor.
Yep.
Just like a lawyer and a prosecutor in a case. It's all the same shit to them. You already know. You know, you want a case to die out, what do? You let that shit ride out for a while. Because you know what happens.
Meanwhile, I've been dealing with the case now for like a year and a half because I got arrested at the State House for protesting DCYF. I mean, this stuff is don't even get me started on that. It's a celebration, so we're not going to talk about that. What do you think about that, Futoy? What you were going to chime in and say something else, Futoy? What were you going to say?
Maybe it's a bit heavy for tonight, but I just wanted to like highlight a big problem in America when it comes to the justice system. Is like there doesn't seem to be any justice for the poor. Unless you can afford a lawyer, you're going to get a public defender. And everybody I've spoken to with any sort of case, the public defender always says the same thing. Take a plea deal. Every time. Every time. Who's he working for?
They work for
They work for the courts. They work for the courts. And what do they do for the court? They earn money for the courts. And they fill the prisons with innocent people.
Because you know that the whole prison system is a whole another
thing. Yeah. It might be too heavy for tonight.
No, let's talk about whatever. That's why I had it on, so I could thank you guys for all your support and to open it up like this. I'm still probably in about 15 minutes or so, I'll kill the stream. Or if you guys want to hang on, I'm not going to kill the stream, actually. I'm going to listen to some music, and I'm going to vibe out. You guys can hear if you guys are boomers and you don't want to hear my music, I got some fire-ass music. Music is what inspired me to do this. So I'm going to put some music on. This video will probably get taken down and go on Demand the Truth, too, just in case any copyright.
My shit's flammable, man.
Yeah, for real. So you already know.
Yeah,
let me ask you guys. Let's ask a few like big questions. Actually, now that you bring it up, let's ask. I see you and I raise you. Let's talk about big questions nobody wants to talk about, and even me, I usually don't talk about on this channel. First let's go with the spooky out there stuff. We kind of just talked about this a little bit, but I didn't get any answers from the panel, and we have a different panel than we had just a few moments ago. Actually, this was on Auditing America stream. This was on the last stream. We didn't even talk about this on this stream. Somebody in the last stream said, "Hey, Will, what's your take on UFOs?" And I said, you know what? For a lot of years, the government I usually don't talk about UFOs. I barely ever talk about that. But for a lot of years, people called people that look into UFOs crazy. And now the government and the Pentagon are releasing UFO videos. And they're saying that UFOs exist. I'll bring it on Fox and CNN. why does the panel think that is? Because I'm curious.
No.
I don't really even know.
No camera. I'm not doing it live.
Just because, yeah, right, The Matrix. Why do you think for a long time that they said aliens don't exist, but now they're saying that, oh yeah, they do exist? Because that's confounding to me.
Trickery.
Let me get a turn on this one when you're done.
Another trick up their sleeve to fool us into believing some shit. I mean, personally, I never really got into the UFO thing. You know, it's just not my thing. I mean, I know what comes to me, and I know what I could see and observe, and I just don't rock with the UFO thing. How they say it, you know, there is things, but how they're saying it, not really. I don't. I mean, you would think out of all these years, millions of people, millions of cameras, it'd be sightings everywhere, but it's not the case, you know.
So I basically, yeah, right, The Matrix just challenged me.
I'm out on that.
You basically just challenged me to join the Space Force and audit UFOs. Big Sexy. What's your take? Why do you think the government all of a sudden is saying UAPs exist? Fox News, CNN, UFOs are real.
Oh, my turn.
Your turn.
I think they're going to use the alien thing and use it as an excuse to say they have to protect us and, you know, turn it into another catastrophe. And that's it, basically.
Yeah, I agree. That's a perfect way to get
Let me add to that real quick. Think about it. An alien sighting, crash, or whatever, and they have what? A biohazard. All right? Think about it, man. You know, they need to push this. They need to push this, you know, any way, shape, or form. So, you know.
Just hope they're friendly.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the big things that I've been thinking about lately, because there is some weird stuff to that. I do believe most of the stuff in the sky is probably military, but, you know, that's the perfect way to have a one world army, one world government. Matter of fact, John Bolton was just on Foreign Press recently talking about the need for a global NATO. So, and I remember Ronald Reagan talking about, in front of the United Nations, he gave a speech, as a matter of fact. He said, I sometimes think how quickly our differences here on Earth would vanish if we were threatened by an extraterrestrial force. But changing the subject, I also want to thank my boy. Theo and Nosgeddon. Yeah.
I was going to get in on the alien thing as well.
Yeah, Credo Mutwa said that we were the 5th generation. You know, the witch doctor Credo Mutwa from Africa said that we were the 5th generation of humans to live in this earth. So you never know. I mean, I'm not saying. I do believe that there is definitely a big possibility that there is such a thing as extraterrestrial life. But I do believe that some of the technology that people have seen already that think is extraterrestrial life is actually our own government's technology. And you know what? I believe some of you guys are saying that at this point, you never know. They could already have enough technology to simulate an extraterrestrial, you know what I mean? And we would believe it. I'm positive. I'm more than positive that they have that technology that we haven't even seen yet.
Tupac hologram.
Absolutely, you're right, Nas. And look, we got somebody here, Futoy and Theo. I want to give time really quick first to Jalissa L. Juju out here from Rise of the Moors, because let me tell you, Rise of the Moors are the realest motherfuckers I ever met. They're one of the few people I know that are walking the talk. And right now, and this is why I'm going to play a little music later, because I already feel it in my heart. I already feel it in my chest. Like I want to smack the shit out of some shit. Because right now, my boy Jamal and a lot of members of the Rise of the Moors are sitting in jail. Why? Who is Jamal? Well, Jamal is a veteran without a criminal record, and he's rotting in jail right now. And he's been rotting there for several months. His entire summer wasted because he wasn't even exercising. He just had weapons, being a so-called black person. And now him and all of his friends, who actually believe in the Constitution more than I do, are all in jail. So we have a war veteran, a war hero, who's the son of a war veteran, in jail right now. Juju, I'm sorry we're having to talk under these circumstances because it's supposed to be a celebratory stream, but welcome to the stream. How are you?
Peace, peace, peace. Well, thank you for having me. I'm doing all right considering the circumstances.
Well, you know what? Before we get into the current situations here, for anybody that doesn't know, anybody that didn't watch the news this year or didn't read the New York Times, what's going? Who are first of all? Who are Rise of the Moors, and why are a lot of the members of the Rise of the Moors in jail right now?
So the Rise of the Moors is a private civic organization founded by Jamal. He teaches basically so-called Black people, so-called Indians, so-called Latinos that, well, I mean, he only extends what, Prophet Noble Drew Ali taught the Moors in the 30s, but we've never heard about him because, that information gets suppressed by secret societies and things like that. Basically, you're not Negro, Black, or colored. These are misnomers, legal misnomers, and we have rights, and we have a nationality. There's no Black land, there's no Latino land, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody has a nationality but us. So we say it's basically that we teach people their rights. We teach people the law. We help get cases dismissed in court. There's at least 12 to 14 cases dismissed in like Massachusetts, New York, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut. And you can see them up. Some of them are up on the website, on the riseofthemoors.org website.
Yeah, guys, go to riseofthemoors.org, by the way. Find all the information at riseofthemoors.org, riseofthemoors.org, riseofthemoors.org. And I also want you guys to donate over there too, seriously. But so you guys, not only are you a civic organization teaching people about their rights and getting all these cases dismissed, and like you said, you can see it all online for absolutely free at riseofthemoors.org. But I think once you learn about the group, you're going to be inclined to donate. They've taught a bunch of people about their rights. They've stood up for DCYF CPS. On countless times, they've gone out into the community and given away so much stuff. Jamal in his free time goes out into the community and talks to people. He does not have a criminal record. And like I said, he took an oath to the Constitution. And so Jamal and his friends, they're driving up to New Hampshire, Maine on the 4th of July weekend. And then, Julissa, what happened? And you guys had already been being surveilled by the FBI prior to this. And you and I and Jamal had all been arrested on the same court case, basically, the same police report. And you guys have been watched by the FBI. So these guys, a war veteran who without a criminal record is driving up to their own land on the 4th of July weekend, hunting, fishing, training, you know what I'm saying? What's more American than that? I mean, unless you had an apple pie and Predator drone on the roof, which they didn't have a Predator drone. And you notice how the people with the Predator drones and Dick Cheney, they never get bagged up. So what happens then? They're peacefully driving. What happens then?
Yeah, so in the state of Rhode Island, you don't have to, you can actually openly bear arms without like a permit. You can actually ride around in your car with a rifle or a long arm. In Rhode Island, you do need a license to conceal carry, like a pistol. But you don't even have to register them here. The gun laws are pretty loose here in this state, and they are also pretty loose in Maine. So there's federal law that states that it's the peaceable journey law that states that as long as you don't need a license in the place that you're coming from, and as long as you don't need a license to the place that you're going to, and you're going to be driving straight there without unnecessary stops, you can ride with your arms. So I'm
going to take it a step further. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Juju.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a step further. Whenever you get a license, you're asking the government for permission for a right that you don't already have. These guys were going this is the extra way. We don't even have to go this way, but you guys were going that way anyway.
Right. And they had camping gear and stuff like that. They were literally going for like 3 or 4 days. He likes to teach our people in the community, melanated people, that we have the right to bear arms because our people really think, because we're basically indoctrinated, that we're not allowed to have them. It's like illegal for us to have them and things like that. So We have the right to bear arms. He teaches them how to use them properly. He teaches gun safety and things like that. He did train men in the Marine Corps on how to shoot, and he was a sharpshooter. So he was doing a trip like that and just basically teaching some training for defensive purposes, not offensive purposes. So, they were trying to get together a little militia. And as you know, in the Constitution, it says you have the right to bear arms and this right shall not be infringed. And also the right to a militia, which is secures the state and shall not be infringed. Again, emphasis on that part. All of these gun licenses and all that stuff is an infringement on your Second Amendment right already. But we were already within our... still operating within what the laws say. They were riding up and they had to stop for gas. They had gas cans already ready so they wouldn't have to go to the gas station, because they were in full militia uniform. So they didn't want to alert anybody. They were stopped on the side of the highway. Nobody was out of the car yet, but one of the guys radioed and, said somebody's behind the car with a gun. So my husband got out to see what was going on. And he realized it was a state trooper and he extended his hand to shake his hand. But the narrative is that these guys were already out on the highway with arms, which is a fucking lie. My husband told them that they're peaceful. They're not Black identity extremists. They're not anti-government. They're not anti-police or anything like that. But the narrative that's being pushed in the media is literally the exact opposite of what he said. They're saying that they're Black extremists. They're saying they even threw on the T word, the terrorists.
And Jamal live streamed all of this, and then they deleted all of his YouTube channel. Like 20,000 subscribers. He live streamed so you can see it all. He's completely calm. He shows you everything. It went mega viral because
I got a strike for that same video I uploaded. After like 15,000 views, they struck my channel too.
See, it went mega viral. And thank you, The Matrix, for doing that and supporting. So now, Julissa, fast forward, they get bagged up, they get arrested after this long standoff. And you guys.
Is it really a standoff if only the cops are pointing arms? Because they were standing there.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that. Because in the live stream, in the videos, Jamal's not pointing any guns at anybody. I don't see any other members of the Moors pointing any guns. I've never saw that once. I didn't see it on.
Assured and reassured them that they're not. They have no intentions of being hostile. They have no intentions of raising their arms. They have every intention in cooperating.
And let me just say this too. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I make this point 1,000 times. If this was a bunch of white guys going up and a cop even pulled them over for speeding too fast, so-called white people speeding too fast, and be like, "What are you boys doing?" "Oh, we're going up to barbecue and have a 4th of July celebration and go shooting." Get the hell out of here, guys! Yeah, get the hell out of here! Stop speeding! But no, black guys. Now it's a terrorist, so-called black guys. Now it's a terrorist standoff situation. Nothing wrong has occurred here, and now the media is doing its usual work of smearing. The media was supposed to amplify black voices, but here we have, Jamal is one of the most powerful speakers I've ever heard. I love when he gets angry because it fires me up, and now we have all of a sudden the mainstream leftist media. Oh, this guy's a terrorist. He doesn't have a criminal record. He served his country. He never did anything wrong. But
he's always been involved in law enforcement. He was literally in ROTC as a young, teenager. Then he signed up for the Marines when he was 17. His mother had to specially sign for him because he was underage. And he's always been about enforcing the law and upholding the law. And when these states are, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And when states are issuing, of course, states have sovereign power to create the laws and statutes and ordinances that they want for their state. But those statutes and ordinances aren't supposed to contradict or war with the Constitution. So This issue with Massachusetts is exactly that. I apologize.
No, don't apologize at all. We need to apologize for ourselves that we haven't done more for Rise of the Moors. It's crazy that tell people what the fuck is going on with the courts. Honestly, like I get mad randomly at work, and I just think about, wow, I'm at work or I'm outside, and I'm like, today, I'm actually having a pretty good day. There's been some bad things that happen, but today I'm having a pretty good day. But when I go on Instagram and I see Rise of the Moabites, I'm like, I get mad. I get mad that these guys are, what are they even saying? They have yet to even establish probable cause. And give people a brief summary of what's been happening in the courts, because it's absolute nonsense.
Okay, so really quick, just to comment before I get into that. One of the news channels actually tried to link us to those people that stormed the White House.
What?
Yeah, dead serious. I'm serious. It's so
Oh
crazy.
my god.
I saw that news segment.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Out of their ass.
Let me tell you, I was there that day, and I know these guys. This is insane. This is how bad they lie to you. That's just as bad, if not worse, than stadiums full of people across the country yelling "fuck Joe Biden," and they're pissing on your back and telling you it's rain, and they're saying, "Let's go, Brandon." They're telling you that this is absolutely crazy. Sorry, go tell people about what's going on in the courts. This is fucked up.
So basically, after the arraignment, you're supposed to have a probable cause hearing. They skipped that and went straight to the dangerousness hearing because they knew there was no probable cause. So they'd be able to get.
How can a court determine if you're dangerous or not? What does that even mean? You're dangerous. Until you've committed a fucking crime, you're not dangerous. You punish somebody after they've committed a crime. Somebody without a jury of the peers, it's like a red flag law. The government says, oh, you're dangerous. So without further ado, we're going to suspend all of your unalienable rights until we can determine that you're not dangerous. So how is the state proposing that these guys are dangerous and abandoning the rule of law and the right to due process?
And I mean, they're even abandoning their Commonwealth, the court procedure. Because like I said, the probable cause hearing is supposed to come before the 58A dangerousness hearing. And also the dangerousness hearing is also only supposed to be applied to very serious violent crimes, such as someone stabbed someone, in instances where there's an injured party. Because if there is no injured party, like in the case of my husband and the rest of the guys, there's no crime. There's no corpus delicti, therefore there's no crime committed. So basically they skipped over the probable cause hearing so they can't get released based on the fact that there's no probable cause, because the police admitted it out of their own mouths that they don't know what the probable cause was during the stop. And they played that video in court where they said they didn't know. And then,
Driving while black was the probable cause.
right. Then the probable cause narrative that the state police wrote themselves, the first line says probable cause was found after viewing video surveillance. Sorry, but that's not how probable cause works. You have to have probable cause before you even stop anybody. It's not supposed to be had in hindsight, which there's laws on that too. So they did the dangerousness hearing so they can hold them for the mandatory 120 days. And then they considered them dangerous, even though when they played the video, everybody was just in awe that they said that they were dangerous, because Jamal personally, Will. You know how professional he is. You know how well spoken he is. And if any of you have seen the video of that night, which I have all the videos, if you've seen any of those videos, you can see how calm, cool, and collected he remained the entire time, and that he cooperated with the state troopers. And
I just want to double down on what you're saying. I'm sorry I'm interrupting, but I'm drinking a little bit too. Like I told people that I was watching that video as it's happening how proud I was of Jamal for how he handled himself. Like it was like I was watching. I mean, Jamal was already a legend to me. He was already a legend. He's already somebody that I knew that we're going to make documentaries about after the fact. Shitty documentaries, fucking misinformation, COINTEL documentaries about. But when I saw the way he handled himself, it was like watching fucking, I don't even want to say certain names, but it was amazing to see the way he handles himself in that situation and how cool he was. It was like watching a fucking movie. I mean, this guy, he's amazing. Keep going, Juju. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So basically, they've been indicted in superior court from district court. So now they're actually going through everything all over again. The arraignment. They're going right for the 58A hearing again, which if they decide that they are dangerous, today makes the 100th day. Their 120th mandatory date would have been November 3rd, but since they're in superior court, if they get found dangerous yet again, the time they already served will not count, and they'll have to do 180 days.
Oh my fucking goodness! Are you kidding me?
No.
But the thing is, oh my God, I'm glad you're. I'm sorry.
No, go.
No, I'm glad you have to keep talking right now because I can't talk whatever.
Half a fucking year of your life, yo.
For what? For what? For fucking what? I thought we had
it.
fucking civil rights fucking marches.
The process, and you got to sit there and have patience.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I forgot who said this earlier. Like, you know, if you're a person who doesn't if you're not a person of wealth, the law will fucking take a big chunk out of you, regardless.
Absolutely,
out of
you
your
have to
life.
have the money
Not
for the
even
good
your
lawyer.
It's not even that too. In this case, you're right. But in this case, it's because Jamal is a real motherfucking evolutionary, and the FBI saw that, and they were like, "We're gonna nip this one in the bud," and it was too late. And then they tried to do something about it, and it backfired.
Right.
And now these guys are now every single day is exponentially making them more heroic. I mean, these guys are modern day legends, so they're still fucking rotting away in a fucking jail. And I got to be honest with you, like every ounce of my body right now wants to like find some way to like get them the fuck out of there right now. And they're kidnapping. It's literal kidnapping.
Yeah.
And I consider Jamal a friend and also somebody that I admire. And to think about, that's what I was saying. I'll be at work and I'm like, these guys are in a fucking cage right now. They're in a fucking cage. That hurts me. Like, I mean, I never am against spiritual violence, but I mean, and we still don't have to be that way. But I mean, this is just atrocious. How can people support? How can people help Jamal? How can people help the Moors? Because I mean, there's no ACLU, there's no fucking Southern Poverty Law Center, and instead you have those groups in the media saying that these guys are terrorists. Terrorists.
I mean, showing up to court always helps. You know, just support like that in general. You can always
how can donate, because Jamal has a family, right? And you know, it's not too easy to support your family when you've been fucking kidnapped. So how can people, I mean, and they got to deal with all this legal travesty here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe while they're kidnapped, maybe you could give them a little treat. Maybe you could throw some money in their commissary so it's not a living hell like it already is. So how can people donate? I encourage everybody in the chat to donate profusely, even if it's $5. Even if it's $5 and tell Fake Mike sent you, I need Dervish, please donate $5. Cody English, please donate $5. Dear Lovely, please donate $5. Truth Hurts, everyone please donate $5 at least. If you can donate more, but at least do a little bit. What's the Cash App? How can people donate? Because, I mean, we need to do this. This is imperative.
Well, do you know what I think they're trying to do? And is what they do a lot is they put people through this, because what they're trying to do is condition them into finally and wearing them down to finally making them take that plea deal. So they go through all this, and by the end, they just want it to stop. They just want to get out of prison. They just want to get on with their life, and they'll take any bloody deal on the table. So even though they're innocent, they'll say, yes, we'll take the plea deal, and then they have no way to sue.
And this is the thing is Jamal's not taking a plea deal.
Yeah, don't do it.
So Juju,
people don't even know who they are though. Like I had people. I think I might have told you this, that one day after work there were a few people here, and they were like, "Oh, did you hear about these people that just got in a standoff with state police and like they call them the Moors?" And I'm like, "Oh, I know about the Moors." I'm like, you know, right away. I'm like, "Oh, Will hangs out with them," and he's like, "No." They're like right away. They're like, "What do you mean Will hangs out with them? These people hate white people." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, these people hate white people? I'm like, hold on, give me a second. And I told you, I said to you that day, I said, hey, do me a favor. Send me the picture that you have of you with the Moors. I sent that picture, and then when I got this picture, I showed it to these people, and everybody that was here was like, what? Like, I wish I could have still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the token troglodyte on the rise of the Moors.
Priceless, bro.
I'm the token troglodyte. I've become El Mayo Bay, Mayonnaise Bay.
Wait a second. Will wasn't there for target practice?
Yeah, that's what I was there for.
Oh my god.
I was in the back of the car. No, honestly, but Juju, how can people donate? Because honestly, I really, even if it's $1 anybody can afford $1.
Yeah, we do need to know where to donate.
How can people donate? Because honestly, even if it's just for a snack for Jamal while he's kidnapped, I need motherfuckers to donate. So how can people donate?
The Cash App is actually $sign Jaleesa L. If you can see my name right there.
I'm gonna poop.
On the thing, it's just the $sign Jaleesa L, no space. That's the Cash App. And
Dollars, and I'm putting it here. I should know this by now, but I don't.
How about Venmo?
No, I only have PayPal or Cash App.
All right, guys. First of all, Truth Hurts. That's right. That's one of the biggest topics I talk about. Right? Is what's going about that. How many people have I confronted about that? From Joe Biden to local people who I've exposed on Grindr and Tinder. Right? How many people have I met have been exposed? Yeah, that's one of the biggest things about that. But the most thing is, yes, Jaleesa L. That's the link right there. Everyone, Cash App. Cash App, Jaleesa L. JULISAL. EL. JULISAL. $sign first. Everyone, if you don't have Cash App, download Cash App. All you do is put your fucking credit card in, and you guys think nothing of giving money to Domino's and Walmart and all this other shit. Please give a few dollars to Jaleesa and tell them good old fake Mike sent you. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
It
does help because I don't know if you've ever or any of you have ever had a loved one in jail. That shit is expensive. The phone calls are expensive. To buy food in there is expensive. To send them packages is expensive. And there's 10 of them. And basically I've been allocating any donations that come to them, keeping their books, up and making sure they have food and but I actually have a multifamily, which those Moors were renting from me. So it's like I have zero finances coming in and I have a small child. So yeah, I really appreciate it and they really appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, honestly, if you do one thing tonight for me to celebrate over 9,000, it would be to donate to Cash App, Jaleesa L, and tell them good old fake Mike sent you, because if you don't do that, then it's not for me. Seriously, guys, please donate to Rise of the Moors.
Yo,
I know for a fact that's not true. What?
I said I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna.
Nas, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for holding me down. Nas is the man, yo.
Being here with everybody on this panel.
Peace,
I do this a lot
brother.
more often, but I'm glad that you included me today. It was a pleasure meeting everybody here. And you know what? I'm in here for a good cause tonight because I've been a little more interested than I told you about. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff with the Moors. So now at least I get to at least help out in that way. You know what I mean? And throw them a little donation that I'm sure they really do need. You know, I've been in that damn place too often and hated enough. So you know what? It's nice to be able to help somebody else out that's in need right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, please do, man. Please do. And Nas is the man, guys. Peace out, Nas. Nas is the man, guys. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Nas
man. Y'all have a good night, man. Pleasure meeting all of y'all for sure.
Nas has been holding me down for a long time behind the scenes, man. Nas has been my roommate. I've known him since like 2002. I lived with Nas for many years. That's my brother right there. He helped me out, man. That's like you guys have no idea. So, guys, I'm really this is a really cool stream for me because I knew it wasn't going to be completely celebratory because I'm mad and I'm not even going to have time to listen to music here. So yeah, we're going to listen to a little bit of music before 11 because at 11 I do my radio show. And if anybody you guys want to join me for that too, I've been trying to book Yet Right the Matrix. I know Juju, she's got a newborn right there, so everyone go support Julissa L on Cash App. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit to Theo here, because Theo is somebody that I've been reaching out to people for a long time saying, we need help. Like in Little Rascals, we need your money, but I don't need your money. I just need your help to change the motherfucking world. And then I just want to leave everybody alone and be left alone. And Theo said, oh, I'll help you. And he built me a website, not just any website, but fakemikerealnews.com, a really dope ass website. You can find everything from Yet Right the Matrix there. You can find everything from Rise of the Moors there. James Freeman, Auditing America, Titus Frost, anybody that you want. It's a dope ass website, and he's done so much more. And I know that Theo has he's got so much stuff to deal with. And I always say this, but Theo he's like one of the greatest speakers that doesn't talk to anybody. He'll talk to you in a private conversation. He'll be like, I've seen the monster. And it really doesn't matter with me now. And then when he gets on the live stream, he's like, what's up, mates? But Theo, honestly, I love you, brother, man. I really, really fucking love you.
Love you too, man.
This guy's the man. He does so much. I can't even tell you. Theo, tell people a little bit about yourself, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep sucking your dick.
Yeah. What can I say, man? You know, we do what we can. We built this website, try and share some links, try and share some people's stories, try and get the message out there, try and wake some people up. We do what we can. I mean, the YouTube platforms, the Facebook platforms, all of these platforms that they sold us that were a great idea, are now, you know, they're instruments of entrapping us. You know, so we need to take this back. We need to take this space back. We need to create our own places, our own platforms, our own, you know, Netflix, our own, you know, radio stations, our own media. We need to, you know, do everything that we're supposed to be paying these people to do.
Absolutely, and you've done a lot more than that. You've hunted the evil wizards down for quite a long time. Okay, truth hurts. I said I was going to get to some haters. The one thing I'm overly optimistic on is time. Truth hurts. Let's make a specific accusation here. Call that person out and say just stop beating around the bush. You've been beating around the bush for a long time. Give a specific accusation out, and then we'll deal with it from there. Okay? And stop beating around the fucking bush. Let's go through some final points right there. And then we're gonna listen to some fucking music. If you guys, because you know I need to do this right now, because otherwise I'm going to grab a torch and storm where the Moors are and try to get them out. And then I'm going to be shot to death, and then they're going to call me a QAnon conspiracy theorist, which I'm not. And then they're going to, and then that's not going to be good. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to listen to a little bit of music here. Julissa, starting with you. Other than donating, everyone's going to donate to Julissa L on Cash App. What are some other things that people can do to get in contact with you and support?
My Instagram handle is Rise of the Moabites, MOABITES. You can contact me there. You can follow me there. I haven't been really active lately because I've been literally working every day, helping the guys, you know, doing paperwork for everybody and things like that. Which, for the record, none of us hate white people. There's only one human race, and it's humans.
And we're losing it.
Yeah, exactly. And all we do is we fight for our rights. And yeah. Yeah, I'm just on IG right now. Honestly, I'm not really active, but I do go on there and check it. We're trying to get together like a GoFundMe in case they set bail, because the judge is going to be deciding actually soon on whether or not he's going to release them and what the conditions are going to be, if it's going to be bail, if it's no bail. So I'm going to set up a GoFundMe for like if any of the guys wants an attorney or if any of the guys needs bail or anything like that. So yeah, that's basically it. And honestly, showing up to court, that's really the biggest help, is just showing up to support the guys. no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter what you believe in. As long as you believe in what's right, that's all we need.
Yes. Now, someone put in the chat, behind every strong man, there's a strong female. And they're wrong in this case. Because behind every strong man, actually, in this case, Julissa is in front of her man. Julissa was right there when I got arrested saying, what is you being arrested for? What's your name and badge number? Owning the shit out of these cops. So Julissa's no person. She's no meek person
And then
cowering behind Jamal by any stretch of the imagination.
Will
Listen, then they
the
showed
the PayPal's in private. Can we put it into the chat in YouTube?
Yes, please do. Please put it in the chat.
I can't. You have to be a mod.
Oh, mod.
Or you.
Have to be a mod. I have no moderators on the chat. I found it right here. I got it. I'll put it in the chat. And then.
Well, what's funny about that is you made a comment about a state trooper being bald, and you got arrested for nothing, which is the violation of your First Amendment, obviously, freedom of speech. But they claimed that I literally was brawling in the state house with state troopers, fist fought state troopers. There was about 20 of them there. So good old Will just says somebody's bald, gets body slammed on the floor, and gets arrested. What happens to me? Listen to what happens to me. They showed up to my house a week and a half later. A week and a half later, they sent a crackhead to my door. I answered the door. I saw somebody running up behind them in all black, and if you've ever seen home invasion videos, that's exactly, it's like a bait and switch. They send somebody to the door, and they rush the door to break into your house. So I literally called up to my husband and our brother, and I said, we're being robbed by crackheads right now, because we live right in downtown Pawtucket. If any of you are from Rhode Island, like, it's a lot of drugs and homeless and things like that. So I was like, we're being robbed by crackheads. So they come down the stairs, and I look out the window, because my door has like a big window, and I look out, and it's maybe 6 to 8 dudes on the porch, all black, no uniforms, no badges, no cop cars anywhere in sight, talking about, Julissa, we have a warrant for you. I said, what? They said, we have a warrant for you, which they didn't have in hand. So my husband asked for it. I go upstairs to grab my iPad. They flashed it to him. But they didn't give him even a long enough time to even see if it was real or anything. So to this day, I still haven't seen the warrant. But they sent the Violent Fugitive Task Force to my house a week and a half later, smashed down my door, and arrested all 3 of us because I supposedly fought state troopers. Which really, they just wanted.
Juju and Jamal are neither violent nor fugitives. They neither have a criminal record, any of that stuff.
Nothing. So, they literally just wanted Jamal and Moreno Bay's bodies because the FBI has actually gone to Moreno Bay's house to harass them and ask them questions. They're on video and everything.
All right, one more thing. Okay. One more thing, guys. I want you to put one in the chat if you've donated to Rise of the Moors. Put one in the chat if you've donated to Rise of the Moors. And yes, Juju, any final thoughts?
That's basically it. Stand up for what's right. We already expect all of this, especially when you walk the walk. It's just when you actually see with your own eyes the corruption and the BS that they try to put you through. It's just interesting. But peace and love to everybody. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And Will, as always, I appreciate it, and we love you.
Well, I love you, Juju. I love Jamal. Thank you, Rhea Wright the Matrix, for the donation.
Stay strong.
Yes,
I'm about to get up off here too.
Final thoughts. How can people reach you? Hey Trey, thank you for the donation. I really, 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 really fucking appreciate both of you. Right, the Matrix, you're the motherfucking man. How can people find you and contact you, pimp?
Anybody could always email me, right, the Matrix at right2021@gmail.com, or just my YouTube channel, right, the Matrix Rebirth. Just put right, the Matrix, all my shit comes up. Also on TikTok, but that's about it, man. And I'll be joining you again. A long time coming, but love it, brother.
Right, the Matrix.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, man. I like your thoughts. I like where you're coming from.
Yeah, you guys all need to check out his channel. He not only will give you awesome, dope, crazy breakdowns, analysis, philosophical thoughts, but he brings it to you live and direct too. He goes to the protests, he goes to the audits, he does it all, man. Right, the Matrix. He's an OG truther, been banned 22 times. So everyone go check him out. Futoy, tell people about yourself. Peace, right, the Matrix. Futoy, tell people any final thoughts, how people can help you out.
I guess my final thought on this is, and and to tie it in with the music is a quote from Rage Against the Machine. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses.
Damn, very poignant. Good points, Futoy. Thank you very much. Futoy, you're the man. I love you. Theo, any final points that you want to make? I'm sorry you got on the stream late. But Theo and Futoy, these guys are like my main men right here. Theo, tell people how people can help and get in contact and how people can help you out, pimp.
Sign up to fakemikerealnews.com. Share your videos, list your channels, and trust me, that'll help me a lot, because otherwise I'll have to list all of them. I'll have to post them all, and I've got quite a bit to do. So if you want to help me, come and list your channels, come and upload, share your videos, and see if we can help you get some more views.
Exactly. But more importantly, guys, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to Fake Mike Real News. I'm gonna put that bitch up on screen to show you guys how dope what Theo did. But we're gonna listen to a few smacks before my radio show. I'll put the link to my radio show. First, I'm gonna start it off light. I'm gonna be skipping them around. I'm gonna talk some shit. I'm gonna go to the chat. We're listening to some music here. Thank you to everybody that joined. If you guys want to kick, go ahead. If you guys are gonna drop out, go ahead too. I'm starting it off mellow and soft, but we're gonna play some hardcore shit too, yo. We're gonna play some real shit. So thank you to everybody, man. This is over 9,000 power party, man. Free Rise of the motherfucking Moors. Rise of the Moors. Guys, go donate. Hashtag Julissa L. Hashtag Julissa L. Hashtag Julissa.
Can I get in where I'm sitting? Listen, let me conversate, better yet, regulate, shake this mouth with my knot.
We got Wu-Tang on deck. About getting paid, I played ball in the halls of CIS with Snoop Dogg's little brother called him Dirty Left. Rack 'em up, stack 'em up against the gate. The homies trying to catch me, but I can't wait. The street lights just came home, and my mama's in the streets telling me to come home. I hit the game and I have so much win. And I tell my homies, I think, yeah, it's kinda easy when you listen to the G-Up sound. Pioneer speakers bumping as I smoke on the pound. I got the sound for your ass, and it's easy to see that this DJ be like with G. It's Fake Mike. You listen to the G-Up sound. Pioneer speakers bumping as I smoke on the pound. I got the sound for your ass, and it's easy to see. All right, before Wu-Tang, we got this song right here. This song is Vegeta XYZ. Girls over 9,000. The squad is over 9,000. Everything we do is over 9,000. Flow is over 9,000. Girls over 9,000. The squad's over 9,000. Everything we do is over 9,000. Yep, my flow's over 9,000. My girl's over 9,000. My squad's over 9,000.
Flow over 9,000. My girl is over 9,000. The squad is over 9,000. Everything we do is over 9,000. I spit crack like broken backs. I've been inside, but you can print that like newspapers and counterfeits. Every verse I leave empty clips. Looking like that Ninja Turtles, bitch.
Looking like Ninja Turtles, bitch.
Mama says we stay lit. I've been the shit we fucking with. Beat me red like white face. That sunburn like tomato paste. Get erased like pencil lead.
Roll another blunt? Did you say take another sip and roll another blunt? Sure. Flow over 9,000. Girls over 9,000. Squad's over 9,000. Everything we do is over 9,000. Shout outs to D Black Benjamin. Hey, yo! Play some hardcore, some real shit. Woo-hoo! Hey, yo! I didn't forget about Wu-Tang, guys. We're going to Wu-Tang next. I had
You wanna know how I did this shit? You wanna know how real my shit is? Nigga, don't read the motherfucking newspaper. Trick ass nigga. How many down rappers got some shit to say? I said strategize in due time, no bitches back. Plus all day I puff weeds in my eyes to be red. Undercover tactics, leave my enemies dead. Check this, I know you niggas got no love for me, but how the fuck your whole clique turn it
thugs on me? Like misdemeanors is a small thing.
You niggas ain't ready for war.
Let my balls hang.
I took a punch, a whole crew like I ain't get set up on some bad boy, mob deep and murder and burn. When you scream fake thugs, who the fuck you mean? Get more cream than all of y'all, nigga, fuck your teeth. Now Dre woman switch sides, kiss eyes and roll. Last year I shed tears, but I'm crying no more. Blood JC tried to play you, he won't last long. Go ask Keith son how it feel to have your ass strong. Listen, don't get your shit, now you can't win. Tell them all to let the games begin. We
got the fight, guys. Time for some Wu-Tang, bitches. You got over 9,000 stream, guys. Thanks for joining me. I call this the wax back. It's an area for movement. It's an area. Well, yeah. The one style thunder. What else have you got? Wu-Tang. Highness. Inspector Deck kills this shit. Listen to Inspector Deck for the booth with the band wire. Where I control my empire. Dogs call me sire. To rule my kingdom. You must spit fire. Laws and amphibians, what the crown requires. A few good men stand up, motivated to do shit. They know how to follow the blueprint. You think this is exclusive. Stamp the package for your personal uses. Outside of this is ruthless. Inmates and lupus. Young kids ruthless. The whole world waits upon the goldie exclusive. I stay secluded and think about the process. Stay submerged, similar to likeness. Service when the time is right. All my souls unite. Rebel music, get a voice in the spotlight. Keep everything in hindsight, living the limelight. Sharp on the lyrics, just keep it right and watch what you say around a check. Shit's been fast through the clip, like you roll on the tip. Atop of the highest mountain, the epic center of rap. The yell will forever across the map. No question, you do this live. I line them up like it's on sale, 2 for $5. It's all love, you can hate, you can scrutinize. But for me, boy, it's suicide, foolish pride. I spent every form of cash, bag, exotic hobbies. Like I just became a man, how they mob me. Started from the lobby, rebel got it shaking like the dice hand. Flying the red, no flight plan. Overtime with the grind, cause I'm working late. Murder on the first take, first 48. Hotter than Hell's Kitchen. I lay my head where the shell's ripping. Mama knew I was a threat, so she named me Jason. Take a pick, he's the born boy, he's the Satan. I'm flag waving, the top of the highest mountain, the epic center of rap. The yell will forever across the map. Slick down bread with Sprite. What's in the envelope? 36 pounds of shit under the microscope. They know my horoscope. They know I'm lactose. They know I bust the sheet, slam out the cantaloupe. They had the periscope slam down my tonsils. They try to hit me with some decoy sponsor. I'm in the market every time I spark it. I look at sparking with the concrete carpet. I wasn't right cause when you was in diapers. When the girls from the circle and created a cycle. I grew up, we elevated to the tour bus. Masculine adrenaline running through your veins like dope in the tenement. Where I became a resident, grow in the garden. We became venomous. On top of the highest mountain, the epic center of rap. The yell will forever across the map. Tonight we're gonna be rocking till 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. 3 o'clock in the morning. After we skip this stupid ad with the hipster. In 2, 1, 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. 3 o'clock in the morning. And time to be in Port Authority Terminal, alone in New York City. 3 o'clock in the morning. You have no idea. Get into it. You're about to be put to a test. Let's go. You are in need of deliverance from discriminative images. And then you fuel them out of musical carcinogens. Here's an adrenaline boost with similar synonyms. I vegetate vaginal canal. No venison. That is B for victory. Verbally indicative of why I haven't been inundated. Should I demonstrate it before that? I see the beat as a clitoris and my tongue is a stimulation as my rating can slow and vigorous. Move, but less than the smoothness, even inside of the grooves of a record. Check it. Check it again. Check the metaphors, make sure they make sense, and then twist tickets like coincide tickets. Gifted without the rhythm, terrific with quantum physics. Merciless with the words, your verses are quite horrific. I never support them. Put them in the Port Authority on guard for them morally. Renegade 13 on war. Over 9,000, yo. Born escaping the grip of Satan. My supremacy is born. My identity is Jason. What you are now currently hearing, I recited the verbatim. No ultimatum, played him, laid him out on the curb, made him wait before I slayed him when I served him with the birds at 3 o'clock in the morning. You already know. Bad in time to be in Port Authority Terminal, alone in New York City. This is Dylan Cooper, State of Elevation. Right now, me, Food Toy, and my boy Theo, we're entering. It's about to be a state of elevation. Listen to that bass. Listen to the bass too.
It's about to be a state of elevation because the underdog is eating. I'm starving like a Marvin Dog, emaciated overdose. You'll never know.
Thank you, Johnny. Oh, we got Apathy song, maybe. Going right to the radio show after this. Small celebration.
Michael Jackson angel dust. Warning me, I'm holy when these layman teasing on me, and I'm jamming out like Harley with the bitches.
State of elevation, now levitating. Face things, it ain't too late. We got me feeling great, floating on the cloud, that's amazing. Jimmy Purple hazing, taking over nations, we motherfucking blazing. Hey,
we levitating, place things, it ain't too late.
We got me feeling great, floating on the crowd, that's amazing. Jimmy Purple hazing, I'm taking over nations, we motherfucking blazing.
Friendship, sex, and party at the section. She was texting her best friend 'cause she won next, and I'm sure
She gonna get it with this modern day Mike Seaver.
More AT with Gina. Told us how you know it was really nice to meet you. Now it's over to the next one.
The next song is gonna shout out to the mask wearers.
I ain't texting missed calls by anonymous. Haters wanna try me us.
Not interested in the politics. All what we're gonna do is body the game. Remember the name, Dylan Cooper, Dark Knight. Brass knuckles with night fight.
Get like an arm shake. Hoops on the dominate. The show is on the roll. My pockets swollen up them big bills. Always gotta stay trill. Red light.
Knock them all.
Top spot to
Knock them all.
Take over like
hijackers.
Detonation coming back to blowing up. We got attacking Stevie Wonder back to blast.
Killing all you whack ass rappers.
Now we levitating. Raise stakes, it ain't too late.
We got me feeling great, floating on the crowd, that's amazing. Jimmy Purple hazing, taking over nations, we motherfucking blazing. Hey,
we levitating. Raise stakes, it ain't too late.
We got me feeling great, floating on the crowd, that's amazing. Jimmy Purple hazing,
taking over nations, we motherfucking blazing. Pick up, it's a stick up.
Call the motherfucking cops, they don't pick up.
I got the ammunition in the
Good song, but this is, listen to what this first guy talks about the mask wearers here. Pretty interesting. This actually song has Apathy, featuring Apathy, King Charles. King Charles. True Search, find me on Instagram, Fake Mike Real News, you can tell me all about it. I'm all ears.
Wendy, don't disappear.
Let me skip this ad. This song right here is Burn, Apathy, Locksmith, Chris Webby. Listen to the lyrics.
You can spot a fire by watching the spot of fires. They just press play on my shit and they start a fire. Ride till I die till there's no groove left on the tires. Chilling at home like umpires while I write my next shit. Lay it down and flex it from the booth to the marketplace. Let the checks hit. Treating every song like an individual investment. Underground king on my coast. Eating shellfish with a bad bitch cause we all gon' die. So this life I got, I live right. You could all try, but can't outsmart me cause mine intellectuals on the level of AI. I've learned by defeat, check the battle and scars. Bitch, most of you can't even step to half of my bars. Fucking pussy run your mouth while you acting all hard. You probably wear your rubber gloves and
this mask in your car.
With your windows
rolled up, trying not to get sick.
But shit, I've been sick for years. My therapist told me if we wrote down all of my problems it'd be a list so long. Even Santa Claus couldn't check this, let alone check it twice. Fuck naughty and nice. I'm so bad having cola. My stocking's a way of life. Never seen in one hand while the other got a light. Here up, then I'm calling it a night. Webby,
cause we all gonna die.
Live like the roots on fire. We yelling out, burn, motherfucker, burn, motherfucker, burn, burn, motherfucker, burn. Yeah, yeah, we all gonna die. Live like the roots on fire. We yelling out, burn, motherfucker, burn, motherfucker.
You probably walk around with your mask and your face mask in your car.
See, I can spot a liar by watching his spot expire. I can spit a verse and kill rappers with rapid fire. Rapping eyes won't acknowledge my prowess, don't try to route us. Route that I'm on based on songs, now who's the loudest? Allow me to explain my versatility origins. I came up with pimps and rebels fighting the warrior normally.
Pimps and rebels, that's right here. We're a bunch of pimps and rebels.
Cause my hood was a crematorium. Like a memoriam for what I used to be. So when I like to match you pussies better usually. All that's left is charred up bodies as far as you can see. If you can see, then I might show mercy. Don't try to divert me. Fuck your politics and opinion. You just a minion. Everything you ever mentioned, you heard on the cable network. I carefully craft the timeline and algorithm that's only feeding your bias. You don't believe me, just try it. Cause everything I built, see, I built from the ground up. Come around us like you've been sipping that round up. Killing off the weeds as I weave in between the sound. I'm astounded how you suckers keep bitching like how come? How should it accelerate what you think is irrelevant? Beating around the bush cause you scared to address the elephant. Sitting in the room while I'm shitting inside your tomb. Somebody passing me a match.
Cause we all gonna die. I'm living like the roof's on fire.
We yelling out,
Burn, motherfucker, burn, motherfucker, burn. Burn,
motherfucker,
burn.
yeah.
Here we all gonna die. Live like the roof's on fire.
We yelling out,
Burn, motherfucker, burn, motherfucker, burn.
burn, motherfucker, burn.
Pass me the flamethrower, matching the gas and it's game over. Molotov cocktails out of the Range Rover. Half of my brain smolder with rap, I'm a chain smoker, a dragon who take over, make crap from the baking soda. Dad stole veteran, chefing up the medicine. But never get the credit, I'm more Tesla than Edison. All about the Benjamins I'm locked and invested in. After the dough, turning big bucks into venison. Replicated, devastated, place you on the ventilator. This you on the record, to write your name in the metadata. Meditative state of an out-of-body experience. Like your buddy on fire, get buried in Siberia. Cemeteries and eerie when spirits started appearing in spots. I spit lyrics and raps you'll never hear again. Better give love or get sent to heaven above or get shredded, fed to the furnace like Freddy's sweater and glove.
Why? Cause we all gonna die. I'm living like the roof's on fire.
We yelling out, burn, mother.
Next song was the introduction to my radio show. This is Shot at Confidence. Rumors of war. A government conspiracy. This government has failed us. You're my rights? That's the government. There's some difficult days in here. But it really doesn't matter with me now. Yo, read the headline.
It's another dramatic episode. That's what we face daily, living on this reckless globe. My pen explodes, just writing about these present days. Losing optimism, thinking things will never change. The streets on fire, always in an endless blaze. From gun for gun combat with plenty let exchange. So Mr. Metal sprays, innocence get sent to graves based on any cause. From money to a jealous rage, or maybe orders a presidential directive gave
to put a hit out on enemies foreign and domestic.
A world consumed in violence and always infested by man bloodshed. It's just another norm accepted. Nations overseas, war torn and neglected. While people mourn the loss of those the common is suspected. Call the president for what? It's all evident. He'd rather promote war instead of resolve war. I got the future on my mind as I'm stamping at the antlers. Who knows what tomorrow brings? I'm searching for answers. The clear days are gone now. It's obvious and quite clear
that the American dream is now a nightmare. Nothing lasts forever.
And that's regardless of the fact that the projection is weak. The revolution won't be heard if the record don't stand.
Tell the people to spin it over again and again.
And your reality is harsh enough to make you want to shake the bottle and pour the liquor out to wash away the pain and sorrow. Fighting with time cause it seems to be my greatest rival. But by the looks of things, who knows what I will face tomorrow? Judging off the direction the world is spinning and living.
Lupe Fiasco, American terrorist.
Close your mind, close your eyes, see with your heart. How do you forgive the murderer of your father?
The ink of the scholar is worth 1,000 times more than the blood of a martyr. Terrorist. Yo, we came through the storm. Nooses on our necks and a smallpox blanket to keep us warm. On the 747 on the Pentagon lawn. Wake up, the alarm clock is connected to a bomb. Anthrax lab on a West Virginia farm. Shorty and learn to walk already heavily long. Civilians and little children is especially harmed. Still, Bibles and glorious Qurans. The bill to take you to heaven and let you meet the Lord there. Have become misinterpreted reasons for warfare. We read them with blind eyes, I guarantee you there's more there. Rich must be blind, cause they don't see the poor. Here,
need to open up a pump, just close 10 schools.
We don't need them.
Can you please call the
fire department? They down here marching for freedom. Turn their TVs on and teach them men move. The more money that they make, the more money that they make, the better and better they live. Whatever they want to take, whatever they want to take, whatever it is. The more that you want to learn, the more that you try to learn, the better and better it gets. Americo terrorista.
Now the complex mind see that we all brothers, not cause things the same, because
we like the same brothers, and that's green, now that's Maine. He can't burn his cross, cause he can't afford the gasoline.
Now we're going from woman strapped with a bomb on the bus, with the seconds running, give you the jitters. Just imagine an American-based Christian organization planning the poison water supplies to bring the second coming quicker. Nigga,
they ain't living properly. All right, guys, we only got a couple more minutes here. I'm gonna put the link to the radio show that we're gonna go live with. Theo's gonna join us. Maybe Futo, if he can, is gonna join us. And this fucking stupid track. Fuck Google. Pervert. This song is dedicated to Bucho and Theo. We were destined to shine. We were not destined to be stifled by the government. I'm going to put in the chat and pin the comments the radio show. The party continues though. Syndicated radio host. Don't make the bros. Shot, 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 shot.
They say the first time is a charm, but this is round two. Nigga, second time is the bomb. Storm after the calm, the boss is more pretty. And I was over 6 city, nigga, national now.
Going all 50 states. Yes, I listen to Dead Press.
Nigga, keep it more dusty for the customer's sake. So I keep it 100 so they can relate. Cause a lot of rap niggas you been pumping is fake. Nigga, it's all ill, real, every old damn head. And the ball head down to the floor still. Niggas coded. Most of my peers, they say
this song or the next song's last one, everyone goes over to republicbroadcasting.org. Links in the description. We're going to continue the party. We're going to have better information. The party's going to stop, but we're going to continue the party. Providence, Rhode Island in the house.
I'm in the middle of the first and the third. First I emerge, consensus, my words they prefer. Shot John and Tour, the real is the category. Hell with the bullshit, nigga, I ain't a matador. Had a sore heart for the cold crush. Brothers who would mold us, but miss on the gold rush. Mama used to scold us, leather belt or cane, my eyes would rain. Right rhymes to eliminate pain. So what you call struggle is my joy. And what you call burden is my boy. Your heaven is my voice. For non-understanders, lost in translation.
All right, last track, Cannabis, House of Slaughter. Cannabis is my favorite MC. He woke me up to most of this stuff. Cannabis is the reason I'm doing this. It's Cannabis. The song is House of Slaughter. Listen to how hard he goes. He murders the beat. Slaughter. This is a track he did with Horseman. Cannabis only verse. Then we go into Republic Broadcasting. Ooze, lyrical exactitude from your bitches, boobs to prove good things comes in twos. I refuse to lose. I lost. I paid more dues. So 9 times out of 10, I'm in a confused mood. You listen to my shit, but what is the dynamics of the relationship? Why don't you just listen like this? I'm gonna show you something out of this world. Word is born. Watch Dr. Zulu put his cock in Shaka Khan. So many stressful thoughts. My heart wants to take me to court. So many scars all over the guard. Nobody moved, nobody knocked, nobody got jawed, nobody at all. Your body is a casualty of war. Before the horns, that's where the halo was worn. I was just informed that Slaughterhouse soon. Fuck it, real kings recognize real kings. Get busy as a king, don't care about the ring. I'm one for the horseman. My horse draws flying horses before the time I rode Pegasus Mama. The horses talk about slaughter, double shot, dose and karma. I ride their chest, they wear armor. People strike at dawn, father, and meet you back at the altar before the daylight wanders and the crescent moon changes my conduct. How long you been gone, bus? I come back covered in dog blood. Fall back, slaughter back, fire crossbow off horseback. Complete the whole course and all that. Follow dog paw prints in the snow. See your doormat. Find where the prince keeps the hawk at. Carry your shit, rail guns and pale your guns with nails. The weight times and feels like a blunt sponge. Cross crystal crumbs, crystal meth aluminum lungs. Still spitting with a tumor for a tongue. The fat lady sings, the fat man sounds. The slut, the horse gallops to the rhythm of the drum. Come through. Like, yeah. Oh, we about to go live. Republic Broadcasting. That's the call right there, guys.
Shing all up in the bed, horses in armor, everybody scared.
The gods have appeared and you're not prepared. You had tons of chances, not one was fair. The sound of fresh air in your ears are here.
In the same hemisphere, it's clear. The horsemen are here.
Guys, I'm leaving in 30 seconds. I'm killing this broadcast, republicbroadcast.org. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And thank you for over 9,000. The party continues on republicbroadcasting.org. We're going to get to real information, not just me listening to music. I promise. Republic Broadcasting. When Buddhist and Judas come to slit my throat, I'll bleed all over their hands and still spit what I wrote. I don't care if they kill me. When Buddhist and Judas come to slit my throat, I'll bleed all over the hands and still spit the motherfucking truth. I don't give a fuck. I ain't fucking planning on dying. I'm not accident prone, but I ain't a bitch either. republicbroadcasting.org. Thank you, Mellows. Thank you, Puto. Thank you for everybody that joined. I'm getting the call, guys. republicbroadcasting.org. See you.